Welcome, Internet, to the Play Some Video Games podcast. It's your boy, Dad Ninja Dev, joined as always by Donnie Eat the Hype Reese, my man all the way down in Florida, Mr. Delvin Cox, and we are joined by one of the members of PSXP, Mr. Lord Snerts himself. How you doing, bro?
Welcome aboard.
I am doing
West
well.
Coast.
Yes. I'm here to back you up, Dev, with all the West Coast is the best coast type of talk.
Running a live team?
Nope. And it's
I
nice
appreciate
to
that.
be on the main Wednesday show instead of just having it on in the background while I cook dinner or do random things.
It's nice. Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you here.
Nice.
Okay, we're just going to start with Delvin because his name is just absolute nonsense. He did it for the Nookie.
The Nookie.
Not me. They know who did. Not me.
I know.
I'm not saying any names. I just love it what it was. We at PSVG do not snitch. We do not say names. We just let it sit out there and fly. That's all we do.
Make it do what it does, huh?
That's what we do, baby.
All right, so how's your week been, Delvin? What the fuck you been up
It's
to?
been pretty good. I tried to play a game, and the game said you have an update, and the update is 2 hours. And I said, fuck that. Guess what? I'm playing this game.
On what?
2 hours? What
Alan-
kind of bootleg
Alan
ass
Wake
internet
2.
you got?
On
Get
what?
in there. It was Alan Wake 2.
PS5?
Yeah, PS5.
A 2 hour update.
Yeah.
Crap internet are you
It was
working
like
with?
it was like a 20 or 30 gigabyte update for Alan Wake 2 or some shit
Just
like that.
re-download the whole game.
Yeah,
That's what it felt like.
Still 2 hours. 30 gigs for 2 hours. That's not a...
That's not a lot. That's a lot.
He's on like
I saw that.
AOL free trial
I
card.
saw that.
You
I
still
saw that
using
in the-
dial-up.
I saw that and immediately cut that shit right back off. Like, all right, guess I'm not playing this shit today.
Yeah, not Alan Wake.
Yeah.
You gotta
No,
learn to kick those things off at night. Like you go to bed.
Right.
Just kick them off and
Yeah.
go to bed.
Throw them in rest mode. You're good to go.
Be there,
Yeah, 'cause-
be there when you wake up.
I realized then, like, oh, I have been playing video games. So everything I try to play now needs to update. like
Why isn't
everything.
that stuff happening in the background? All of my games just auto-update. What is wrong
I don't
with your
know why.
system?
You gotta turn on auto.
Yeah, especially if the game is installed,
probably-
right? It's a little different.
Yes,
if it's
it was
just part of your
installed.
collection, so
Was it?
It said it was installed. That's why I wanted to play it. Like, oh, this is installed. I can play this now. Nope, apparently I couldn't. It lied to me.
Somebody, please. Anybody who
pressed-
lives anywhere near where Delvin might be, please go fix his whole internet setup.
I don't want
Please.
these motherfuckers at my house.
You ain't
Shit
got to be
starting
there.
up missing. Shit starting
Delvin
up
Jr.,
missing.
help your father.
Yeah.
Help him, please.
He's even
Jesus.
worse.
2 hours is ridiculous, man. You're better off like trying to find free Wi-Fi from a McDonald's or Starbucks or something like that and use that to download.
Pretty much. I don't know why I said that. I just like, what the fuck it. I'm just gonna watch TV, and that's exactly what I did. I watched.
I wonder if
TV.
it was one of those things where he could have kicked it off, given it 5 minutes, and been done, and just had 2 hours.
Probably.
Right. It starts 2 hours and then like 10 minutes later it's done.
16 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Probably like 2 hours. Then you sit there like it'll say 20 minutes. Like, nah, I didn't wait for the rest. I said, fuck this. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, download times are
that's
always a
all.
little wild. Like they always start off like, it's like, oh, everything's going great. It's going to be ready in 10 minutes. And then 30,
Yeah.
40 minutes later,
It's
it's like,
just
hey, it might take
on
an
the
hour. It might
speed
take
at
an
the
hour.
Moment.
Mhm.
Speed at the moment might be bottlenecked or a little slow.
Right,
but it picks
right.
up.
Yeah, it was during rush hour time. So I was like, all right. Like
Rush hour
6
time.
o'clock.
Rush hour time.
Everybody's
Rush hour
home.
internet time.
Rush hour. Everybody get home from school. They're all playing video games
Prime
and doing
time.
stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
prime
I
time.
don't have those problems. I have
Prime
fiber. I'm
nerd
good.
time.
Yeah.
My
Everybody's
internet
home.
is just mine.
Yep.
I don't share. We know your internet doesn't work like that. Your internet's like, oh, homeboy down the street's on. We got to kick Delvin off.
Yeah. It's a throttled.
Correct.
It's a communal internet signal.
It's a
the
communal.
whole hood's internet. We all just share one line.
And only Delvin's paying for it.
Yes,
Facts.
pretty much. They all have my Wi-Fi code. So I don't know how they got it. They just all have it. Like,
Delvin's
does no
hot
one
neighbor
else in
next
this
door.
block play internet?
Hey, Delvin, you have internet? Could I use that? He's like, yeah, you can. Let me get you that password.
1, 2, 3, 4 password.
Right.
Yeah.
It's admin blank. That's what his password is.
Yeah. Welcome.
0, 0, 0, 0.
It's Nookie, but with 2 zeros instead of O's.
That tracks. That tracks. And if you're gonna do that, you got to make the E a 3 though.
See, now you're thinking, Dev. Thinking way more than I would have thought about that shit.
So you try to play video games.
I've been buying games, but I have not been playing video games.
You're supporting the industry.
Stops.
So, yes, I am supporting the industry. I should be
more you can say from others. Devin's bought a game since he joined PSVG.
Whoa.
Yeah, I believe that.
I just bought a bunch of Star Wars games for our Steam family. Stop it, sir. Yeah.
Your Steam family wishes you didn't.
Your Steam family wants you to
We,
take
the
those
Steam
games back.
delegation, rebuke.
We already have
Can
Nathan.
you
What need
unbuy
you doing that shit too? Damn, man, that's too much.
That's funny.
What you been watching, Dylan?
Is there a way you can delete games from the Steam family if you don't like them? You're like, delete.
Just hide them. Like, please hide this. Get out of here. This shit off.
What have I been watching? I've been watching a lot of stuff. Now, weirdly enough, I've been watching a lot of WWE Raw.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
That's what I've been like really watching, like catching up on Raw and stuff like that.
That's good.
SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of NXT. Watch a lot of wrestling.
Gotta do something.
What?
Get that AEW taste out of his mouth.
Nah, I just was in the mood for watching wrestling. I watched AEW too. But I'll not mention on this show because I know Donnie's going to go on his whole 30 goddamn minute rant. I watch that. Nah. No, but what have I been watching? I've been watching like stuff. Like I started watching. This is goddamn stupid. Haley's fucking rubbing off on me clearly. I started watching The Flash last night, the TV show.
No, now I'm going to go on a 30-minute magic. No, let's stop this now.
And I'm like,
next topic. What else have you been watching? Next topic.
oh, I downloaded this game. It looked pretty cool. It's a game on Steam that I'm going to try. And I'll let you know if it's good. It's called Hell Breach Vegas.
Did you play the game that I bought you? I bought you a game. It's brand new.
Yeah, I'm going to play that this weekend. I finally told my girlfriend, look, I'm not going anywhere this weekend. We're not going to hang out. We're not going to go do all this fancy stuff. I'm going to sit in the house and play video games.
Cat Quest 3. Leave me the hell alone, woman.
Yes.
Give me Cat Quest 3 hours.
It's not going to work. She's going to call me Saturday morning and be like, let's go fucking vegetable picking or some stupid shit.
But I put up a solid front.
Yeah. She's like, she goes, let's go vegetable picking or some stupid shit like
vegetable
that.
Picking.
Yeah, something like that. Go pick up
it's
some
carrot season, everybody.
They have vegetables
carrots.
in Florida? That's a thing?
Yes. Go pick up some carrots and fucking tomatoes and parsley. What the fuck she wants me to do?
I just call that grocery shopping. That's all I call
Yeah,
it.
right.
No.
That's me going to Sprouts.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to go to one of these fancy bougie farmers markets and get it. So it's different.
Okay, gotcha. That's funny.
We have one of those every Sunday across the street.
Let's go pick some strawberries at the strawberry farm or get some mangoes out the mango tree. Like, I don't want to do this right now. Can I just go play video games and be left alone? No, because she's out.
You could do that because you could just mute your phone and be like, you know what? I didn't see it.
If you wanted to, you would do it.
No. Yeah, you say you don't want to, but you clearly do.
I don't know if you know this, Dev. My girlfriend's crazy. Like I mute my phone. She's coming down to my goddamn house. I'm like, yo, fuck is wrong with you? Why are you muting
Where is she?
Where's that bitch? Why do you smell like Brute cologne?
Just come on, just get the earrings off. Where is she? Oh no!
I didn't buy you Brute. That is not a good idea at all.
You're afraid of the repercussions of playing games and ignoring your girlfriend.
Yes,
which makes sense.
That is correct.
I mean, if you ain't doing shit, what you worried about? Come be crazy. Come look. I'm going to continue playing my video game, and you can look at all the shit you want to.
So she breaks all the shit in his house.
Yeah, exactly. I have expensive shit in my house. I like my shit. I want to tear up my shit.
She just smashes the PS5. What are you going to play now?
That's a big target, too. It's hard to miss.
Yeah, it's hard to miss.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry, Delvin, you don't get to do anything you like.
No, that's right. That's right.
Hope you enjoy strawberry picking this weekend.
Yeah, that's the. I guess I'll just have to lay down with a beautiful woman every weekend. God damn it.
Yeah, I was going to say, love and companionship. You could be a loner stoner like me and play all the goddamn video games you want forever and ever and ever.
It's peaceful.
It's a peaceful existence.
It's peaceful existence,
Yeah.
but there's no poo-tang in that, so I can't do it.
No, there's
work for me,
not.
partner.
No.
Can't work for me. That's not gonna happen.
It's a choice.
I would
It's a
choose
lifestyle.
I would choose not playing video games for a while to keep constantly having sex. I appreciate that.
I mean, it's not like you're playing video games anyway, so really, what are you missing?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna go see Aliens this week. Aliens, Romulus.
Romulus. I don't know
Romulus.
if like or not. I want to.
Nimbus Cloud. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
we gotta figure out a time frame. If I don't go this weekend, I'll definitely probably get in next week.
I'm definitely going this weekend. Me and Delvin.
Have you watched Alien? Have you watched Alien before you go? Do you plan to watch Alien?
I wasn't planning on watching, but that's actually a good idea. I know we were talking
This
about.
movie takes place between Alien and Aliens, chronologically.
Oh,
And I've been told multiple times, like many people are like, watch the first movie before you go see it.
I didn't realize that.
Just to get a refresh before you go watch it. So,
Alien is so good.
both of them.
It's a really fucking
Aliens.
good movie.
Aliens might be. I know I'm a horror fan. I think Aliens might be one of the best sequels ever made.
Yes.
I would agree. Yeah,
Like
I
it's
agree.
like
Aliens.
Godfather
It's
2
fantastic.
good. Like it's fucking great. So
I don't have many Blu-ray discs, right? But I do have Aliens on Blu-ray, and I love playing. I'll even do the extended edition. I haven't watched the first movie as much, but I've seen it many times as well. And I hope they actually kind of nail the tension and actually have a good movie with a decent story about it. And it's
the
not just kind
director
of like
is one of my favorites.
rehashing the same old tropes, you know. That
The director's one of my favorites, and apparently, I'm just taking a little bit. I have not been spoiled, so I don't know how true any of this is. I'm just going off of some trusted sources that I follow. Apparently, Fady took some inspiration for like some cutscenes and stuff, like some transitions that are in the first movie. He was like, "Oh, that's cool. What if we showed that story?" And that's what this movie is. So if you have no idea what I'm like, watch the first movie, and then when you watch the second one, it should make sense because it's like a spin-off, but like it's in the same time frame, the same universe. Like there's more ties to it. So, but Fede Alvarez is the one doing the movie. Snerts, he did the Evil Dead remake, which is one of my favorite
fantastic
horror movies, and I think he crushed it in every way. I've waxed poetic about that remake, but he also did Don't Breathe 1 and 2, both of which I think are really good.
I never seen 2.
I really like Fede Alvarez. He's excellent. So if there's anybody that I would trust to do it, I mean, he's up there.
Yeah, there are certain franchises though, like Aliens, Predators, Terminator. Like I watch every single movie, regardless of the quality of it.
I'm here for it.
And so but I am hoping, like, because the last few Alien movies I watched were kind of a snoozer in my opinion.
Everyone really doesn't like Covenant, and I can't say that, like I loved it, but like I watched it and was like, yeah, fun Alien movie. And then I remember everyone hated Prometheus, which I saw in theaters, and I thought Prometheus was dope. I was like, this is awesome.
See, it didn't click for me. I just
if there was anything about Covenant I didn't like is that it wasn't as good as Prometheus. I was like, do more of that.
Yeah, Prometheus was good.
I liked it. It's just like really grand, right? It's like big action sci-fi stuff.
It's not I saw Resurrection. I was like, I'm done. I'm done here. This is where I get off the ride.
That's the one with Ripley clone. Is that what
I was
that
like,
one
this
is?
stupid as shit. I'm done here.
I think that's
like, even 3 was kind of
Yeah, 3 was weird compared to like they kill off like Newt and the other guy who survived Aliens like right away. Like, you're not coming back. We're done. We're gonna do a prison movie.
Prometheus is just like really, really big, really gigantic set piece, you know, kind of, which I kind of love when I go to the theaters. I want to be like, you know, taken to like a new place. It's not nearly as claustrophobic and intimate as like the first 2 are. But we'll see where this one also, and I haven't seen it yet, and I haven't actually seen reviews for it, so I don't know how good or bad it is, but I will tell you, it was originally made for DVD. This wasn't supposed to be a theater release when it was kicked off.
Well,
Kickstarter.
let me ask you a question, because I had this conversation with someone on my podcast a couple of weeks ago. Do you prefer watching horror movies in the theaters or at home?
Depends on the horror movie.
Because I'm a home guy. I like watching them at home. I really enjoy watching horror movies.
It depends on the horror movie. If it's like if I'm really eager and I'm anticipating and I want to watch something, then I'll go see it in theaters just because I don't want to wait.
Okay.
But there are horror movies that I prefer to see on the big screen, and they are the big action horror types, like a big zombie movie like Dawn of the Dead or something. Let me go see it in theaters. I want the big sound. I want the big screen. I want to feel it. Like A Quiet Place. I would have preferred to watch that at home, but I wanted to see it. Like, I didn't want to wait. I wanted to see it.
Okay.
So it really depends. It really like Prometheus. That's every bit a movie flick. Like, you want to see it in theaters. Like, it's better in theaters. Like Interstellar, it's better on the bigger. Like, the bigger the better. But it depends. If it's like if it's like The Witch, or like a brooding, haunting, creepy, scary movie like What's in the Shadows or something, I'd rather watch that home. I'd rather be alone. I'd rather not have kind of takes you out of it when you're in theaters.
Alone, no lights on, just
yeah. I actually like watching Interstellar at home because I got to make a sandwich, go on a walk, come back, watch the other half of the movie.
Pause it.
Yeah. Actually, I watched it in like 3 1-hour blocks, and I really enjoyed it. It was actually, it just kind of worked. It was by accident. I watched the first hour. A friend came over. We went out to lunch, and then we watched it like another hour of it, and then we wanted to go get.
I didn't even realize it was that long. Is it that long?
It's 3 hours.
I didn't realize it was that long.
I didn't realize it was that long either.
I didn't want that long.
I want to go for me
in one shot, like it was nothing. But I was really captivated.
It's really good. Yeah,
that thing in theaters, and it's getting a rerun this fall. I think they're putting it back in theaters.
In IMAX, right?
That thing in theaters, like if you got anywhere that has good sound, it's the sound alone is worth catching in theater. Like when we're on that wave planet, and you hear and you feel the rumble of those waves.
Sure.
That scene hits so differently.
Well, I can imagine too, like with the black hole, juxtaposition with the planet and the big scale of it.
Yeah.
It was so good. Snerts left out of it 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. Let me go get a sandwich. Let's go to lunch. Let's go watch
Let's go to walk. Let's go to walk. Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
We're gonna walk the dog.
Yeah. Shit, I'm out of weed.
Pause the movie. Nah. He didn't pause at no time. He just kept
I don't know. I do pause movies all the time. I got no shame in that. It is, but especially the longer ones. I wish sometimes they'd bring back intermission. Let me go take a leak and get some more popcorn and be back in the theater.
That'd be fun. I wouldn't mind it, because there are times where I'm like, I really got to use the bathroom, but I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
I just go say fuck it.
You just go in the chair. You just piss. You're like,
yeah, right in the chair.
That sounds like some Florida shit.
Miami shit. Yeah. Fuck this chair.
Go right in the popcorn bucket. Right.
I was just gonna say, I need 2 popcorn buckets.
I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to squeeze it in if I can. But I know the wife has some plans, and I don't think she wants. I don't think she'll let me go by myself for this.
She has some plans, all right, huh? I got you.
Not like that. She told me to leave her alone. So.
Oh, good Lord. So, Snerts, you like watching movies with the pause button. What else you been doing this week?
Now I feel like everybody has a mental image of me just right there with my finger on the button. Like, any minute, man, I'm going to pause this shit. Well, I started PTO today, so I'm off work through next Tuesday, which is nice. I don't have any plans other than just putzing around LA, and like I went to Target and Ralph's today on a Wednesday, and it was amazing.
Great.
It's so good. It's still like sticker shock. I bought 4 things at Target and it was like $150, and I was like, good Lord.
Sounds accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I've been relaxing with that. I've been having a lot of fun doing the Simpsons podcast that I have, Sacrilegious with Robin and Snerts. So we have another episode dropping, so I'll be doing some post-production for that, and learning how to edit and figure out the music on GarageBand has been a lot of fun for me. A nice creative outlet.
Nice.
And then I beat all of the Horizon Forbidden West DLC, whatever it's called, Burning Shore or something of that nature. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I thought the love story kind of like was anticlimactic. They kind of like expressed their feelings for each other at the end, and they're like, all right, well, I gotta go do my shit. I gotta go do my shit. See you later. So I would have wanted something a little bit, at least go on a date, do something. You got time.
Snerts is like, fuck already.
Yeah,
what is this shit? I paid for this.
Like they literally like kiss on the beach and they go, okay, I will see you maybe never again.
Sounds on point for Aloy and her awkward ass. You don't know.
Yeah, right.
Sounds about right.
Like at least have some dinner or something. I don't know.
That's how most relationships went. Just kiss and like, all right, I'll never see you fucking again.
Yeah, exactly. And it was fun though. I really enjoyed that game. I probably had at least 100 hours into it, and it once again is very gorgeous.
I really enjoyed the game too. The game was very good.
Yeah,
really good.
And I think it's my favorite type of genre game. You know, the big open map, nice action, good story.
Don't say that on the internet, boy. If I butt into that forever. Stop making map games. It's not Ubisoft's normal go here and do the icon. It's like, man, I fucking love those games. You don't need to get off the shit.
Great.
I do too.
Damn multiplayer squad games. How about that? Stop doing that.
Please stop making those.
I love it. Everybody likes to take a shit on these games. We get like 3 of them a year. Meanwhile, everybody and their mother is like, do you have 3 friends? Boy, do I have a game for you. It's like 8,000 of them. Fuck off. How many? And then when they die, people are like, you can only support so many.
Well, stop fucking making them.
Stop making them. Look, just go play Fortnite. You want some multiplayer? Not go play Fortnite. Leave us alone and give us our damn map games.
If you can't tell,
yeah,
I've been fighting this shit as somebody who like really likes Assassin's Creed and really likes Far Cry games and Zelda. Like, this is my shit. I love these games. Every time one gets made, everybody's like, oh, another one of these games, man.
Yes,
watch your mouth.
More.
Okay.
Watch your fucking horror mouth.
Yeah,
Horizon is our goddamn third-person action adventure map game.
Give me more.
Yeah,
feed me.
And it's okay. I also like how those do get kind of spaced out, right? So it always seems like, oh, I beat this one, and now like 2 months later, another one's coming out. So I kind of like the pacing of it. And then I started playing City Skylines again because I had the remastered version where you can get all of the tiles unlocked for the map and make an even bigger city than you could before. And I don't know, it's kind of zen for me. I'm a happy little town with my happy little people, and I make sure their traffic is fine with a decent flow. And
stop in the middle of the street.
Yeah, well, these idiots do some dumbass shit, man.
Cars, like fucking throwing parties and shit on them.
Yeah,
I got a 5-lane highway that they can use, and everybody's in the right lane for some stupid reason because they want to turn right to whatever. But I do enjoy it. I cheat like a motherfucker. I'm like, I want all the monies. I want all the resources.
I love it.
I just kind of want to build up the cities. And this time around, I'm making like little zones. So like I have like a French Quarter, and then I have like an English area. Then I'll do like an Egyptian area because you have monuments that have like the Eiffel Tower or the pyramids or something else.
I have a fun
decorate it with.
I have a fun spin-off for that. In middle school, we had this. It was like a tech class where you could just like interact with technology. It wasn't like computer class. It's just like, I forget what it was, like creative technology or some shit. And there's like a bunch of models, like modules you could pick to be in for the semester. And like everybody wanted to be in the one that was like the CNC machine that you could draw into like acrylic blocks of shit and stuff. And people like write their initials and their names in it. And everybody would like do something like program a robot or whatever. I picked this module and it was a Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I picked the module because 1, I wanted to play video games, but 2, nobody picked the module. And like all you had to do was like you just walked into it like it's like this closet in the back of the class. And you just sit in there and you play Roller Coaster Tycoon. And you had there was like a scenario, like that the teacher was like, you have to build a park that has so many customers that has to make so much money by the end of the semester. Yeah, I was like, okay, cool, I'll do that. I got in there, 100% turned on cheats. Fucking maxed everything. I had that shit done in like 3 days and just sat there all semester and didn't do shit. Just like surf the web every day.
Yeah, it just makes me feel so old. We had typewriters. What the fuck is this computer shit you had?
We had Oregon Trail.
You are old for the earth.
I will say this. I'm very disappointed that CNC module wasn't like CNC Music Factory.
That's what I thought he was going to say. That's what I thought it was.
Is that what it's called, a CNC machine? Or maybe do I have this wrong?
Only CNC I know is CNC Music Factory, like Delvin said.
Yeah, like the Sega CD game.
Yeah.
I didn't either. I was just letting him
I thought he was going over and play that game.
No, it's a real thing. CNC router machine. Yeah, it's a thing.
I believe you. I just have no idea
What you would do is you would like program, because I didn't do it, but my friend did. You would program like coordinates in the computer, and the machine would take a material, something it was like plastic or acrylic, and it would draw whatever you did.
Right. Yeah, we had wood and metal. I know what you're talking about. That's true.
Actually, I think by the time I was
I've been working on the railroad. Like fucking
yeah, pretty much.
We had the Apple IIc and Oregon Trail.
Yes, I did Oregon Trail in kindergarten. Yeah. We had Oregon Trail.
I had more games on my Texas Instrument calculator than we did like in any of the computer classes. Like
it was a regular public school, John. But I'm telling you, like this class was like a throwaway class. Like everybody did it. It was like a fun class. Like it wasn't.
Donnie went to Bayside High.
Right, he sure did. Because
this sounds Slater is
made up.
Romeo knows what I'm talking. He had a similar class. And here's the thing: probably the other modules were like real shit. Like people made like little, like I don't know what they're called. I would say like Lincoln Line, but they're not. Like what's the Connect sets where you do all the I don't even know the right word.
Lego.
No, you do like the science shit where you like make all the order of operations.
Connects.
Oh, you're talking about that.
I thought it was
like a real sciencey one.
I thought it was Connects.
Yeah, not the toy, but the sciencey.
I know what you're talking about.
Thank you. I know you do.
It has like the wood base, and you stick like the different like.
Yeah, you can do all. You can build like motors and just like real life Minecraft. Like you can kind of do whatever you want.
Rector set, maybe.
Look at y'all.
Like
I'm talking about the rector set.
All of the modules, all the other modules that we had to try. This module was just like the throw in, probably because they didn't had to like I don't know expand the class or something, and nobody wanted to do it. And I was like, and I remember the instructor was like, yeah, we've only had like a few people do it. So if you didn't meet the goal, like you got like a B or a C depending on how far away you were. I was like, I'm gonna crush this goal, dude. You don't know anything about cheats.
I was gonna say, how is he checking your work? And also, if he found out that you were cheating, he's like, I'm never doing this again. Donnie, you burned that bridge. No other child can play roller coaster tycoon.
Okay, let me repaint the picture. It's like 2004. The teacher's like 60, dude. He doesn't know anything about a fucking video game or computer. How is he gonna catch? He didn't know anything I'm doing.
What grade was this?
He doesn't know cheats exist.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that's a thing.
Yeah. This was in high school for you?
Nah, this is probably middle school. So it's probably a little earlier.
Jesus, you were in middle school in 2004?
No. Yeah. This is probably like 2001. Yeah.
Fuck.
That doesn't make it better.
Right, it doesn't.
Yeah, this actually it is about right. This is probably about September 11th time. Yeah, that's probably the same year. Because I was in that same school. So it's 2001, 2002. Yeah.
I was in college.
I was going to say something.
Yeah, I was in college too. Like,
I was going to say a horrible joke, but I'm looking for that George Watson.
See, you can't say that and not tell the joke, Delvin.
No, I'm not saying it.
I was going to say jokes earlier, and I held my tongue. I was like, I'm not going to say jokes. Delvin's out here picking vegetables and shit in farm. I was like, I'm not going to do it. They're like, not. I was like, nope, not going to do that one.
In my head, I imagine Donnie playing roller coaster tycoon.
I didn't hear anybody got that.
I understand the word he said.
I was playing roller coaster tycoon. If you're imagining it, that's what was happening.
And then somebody just coming and telling them about the Twin Towers. Oh my god! Like that's
wild. No, that didn't happen. I think this was a semester after that. I was in that school though. When they went down, I was in class when that happened. I remember that day.
That is a wild thing to be happening.
Oh, like here in Georgia, they closed like all the schools, and like you couldn't get picked up until like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. But at the time, I've told this a bunch of times. Like my aunt and uncle got me out of like foster care, right? My aunt and uncle literally lived on the property right behind the school, like the middle school did. So my coach knew that. So when the towers came down and everybody was being held and everything, I literally just like walked over to the coach and I was like, dude, I'm just gonna like skip out the back door and go up to home. He's like, yeah, get out of here. Don't worry about it. And that's what I did. I literally just walked out of the school. I told people
let you
that, and
walk
they're
to
like,
school?
what?
They felt that was safe. They're like, yeah, go ahead, fuck it. America's doomed anyway. Let's go.
I remember
kid
all my
go.
friends were like, we couldn't leave until like 5. Like they held the buses
Oh,
in
really?
and all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
were like, no.
Well,
They didn't want
we were
anybody to
all-
leave because they were worried.
You got to think
We were
about
all
it.
in college, so we don't know what the hell he's talking about.
No,
we were all
I-
grown
You
adults.
think about it like and I think it might be like an Atlanta thing, but Hartsfield, right? That was a huge day here because all the planes are they have planes everywhere, and this is like a major plane hub for the whole country. A lot of
Yes, it
people
is.
work there, and they're like trapped, and they're in other places. So like, it was a big deal. Like, how do we get everybody home? Is anybody going to be home? You know?
the hell does that have to do with you being in class and being sent home?
Oh
It
yeah,
was
no, I
like-
just left. I just
This
left
is
because
like,
nobody.
go ahead,
Well,
leave, kid.
here's the thing: nobody was doing classes. At about 9 o'clock that morning, nobody was doing classes. I remember a teacher ran in the room and she was almost like in tears, and she talked to the other teacher. They had like a little conference. The teachers ran in the hallway, and everybody's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then they came in. They're like, "Guys, we're not doing school today." And they like, turned the TV on, and we all just sat there and watched it.
Yeah,
That's what
sounds
happened
about
that
right.
day. We didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Nobody did anything.
I got
We
to
didn't change
class,
classes the rest of the day. Everybody just stayed right where they were.
saw what was going on, and immediately went right back to my dorm.
Yeah,
I-
that's
I-
basically what I did. That's basically what I did. I was like, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not sitting here all day, coach. He was like, and he just knew, he knew that I could literally walk to the football field and hop the fence and be home. He was like, go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
I
think
was
he just wanted me
living at
present
home
for the
with,
rest of the day. He was like, he's here.
Yeah, they.
I was living at home with my parents, and my mom's birthday is September 11th. So
Oh.
I wake up and I don't know what the fuck's going
That's
on.
brutal.
That's
yeah, and
worse.
I'm like, "Happy birthday, mom!" All like super energetic, and she's like, "How the fuck could you say something like that on a day like this?" I'm like, "I just got up. What the fuck's going on?" And my dad was like, "All right, let's go in the living room. Like, you know, some shit's going down." And I went to Pierce College, and all the classes were canceled. I hung out with a buddy for a minute while watching the news, and even when I was working at Lynn's and Things in Northridge at the time, and we closed the store at like 6. Like it was dead. Like everything shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Crazy
Because,
day.
I worked in the business district. I worked at Einstein Bagels. I was like a manager at Einstein Bagels, and when that happened, it was like my baker who spoke no English, like none, told me because he was listening to it on the Spanish radio station, and he kept like telling like Delvin planes like what the fuck you talking about? What about planes? Man, go make some goddamn bagels.
You trying to fly the bagel somewhere? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
He's like,
And
"Hey,
then,
boss, the plane."
We got a big
Hey,
order.
lost the planes.
And then we got a phone call from corporate, like, yeah. And the police came in the air, like, yeah, we need to shut this whole area. Coral Gables is getting shut down completely. Like, why? It's like, because it was a terrorist attack. It's like, huh?
You don't have to leave,
Like,
but
you
you
know-
can't stay here.
Yeah, you gotta leave. You can't stay here because, it's a business district and it's in South Florida. So, like, it probably could happen here. So, everybody has to leave. Like, because we were right across the street from, like, Houston's and, the Houston's we were across the street from. A lot of celebrities go there and stuff like that to eat. It was like a big kind
That's
of
definitely their
business
next
district.
target is Houston.
I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, isn't that some Florida shit? Like New York's been bombed. Coral Gables is like, we're next. Everybody get out of here.
But that's what they were thinking, because we were like, we're not too far from like UM and all this type of shit. They're like, yeah, if they're attacking like major areas, they might attack this area and shit like that. We're like,
They're
like
attacking
scared.
important areas, not major, important areas. There's nothing
Well,
important where you work.
Landmarks.
Yeah. We didn't
Sorry
close
to the
Houston
Coral-
early
the
because
Coral
like we were
Gables
scared
community.
for safety.
But nobody gives a
Yeah.
fuck about the Einstein bagels.
Houston's deaf. Nobody,
I get it. I understand.
they're like, nah.
I understand.
You can take out our towers. You're not taking out our celebrities. Like, that's
Nah,
just bridge
can't
too
do that.
far. Get Brandy home.
They're targeting a Waffle House. Which one? We don't know.
Wow.
That's the last place they want to
Gotta
target.
save them all.
Waffle House fights back.
Oh, yeah, they
Target
would.
Waffle House.
You don't want that smoke.
Nope.
That's it.
Oh man, I feel like this is like 2 weeks in a row we've somehow managed to talk about 9/11. What the hell?
Have
Well,
we?
everybody has their 9/11 story, so it's an easy conversation
That's true.
starter.
Yeah, it's
I agree.
a shared moment.
Yeah.
What the fuck you been up to, Donnie?
Not playing much games. I have been busy. I mean, I did podcasts, right? So I was like Sweet Hangs with Shaq back to back. And then I was on vacation this week. I've been on vacation yesterday and then today. I go back to work tomorrow. I had mentioned this to you guys several months ago. I kind of booked this trip for the wife and I. My favorite band is in town. Not my favorite band. One of my favorite still current bands. One that I told the story last week, but for anybody that didn't catch a show, one that I never thought I'd ever get a chance to see live, Gaslight Anthem. I found them after they had already broken up, and I waited 10 years, and they finally got back together. They did an album, and they went on a tour again. I was like, I can't miss it. Like, I have no idea if they'll ever do it again, right? So when I got the alerts for tickets months ago, I bought tickets, and I told my wife we're getting a hotel room. But I didn't get a hotel room. What I did is I booked this place in Lithia Springs. It's about 20 minutes outside the city, so it's a nice halfway point between like home and the city where we were. Called Oasis Arcade. And I got to meet Don and his husband, and they were they're great. So this couple, they've turned their backyard into like just a super fun playground, man. They've got a tiny home that they've built out there back there. It's got like a bed and the air conditioner, bathroom, shower, like your normal thing. It's built out of like a container. So that's not all that new. There's a pool. The pool has a fountain. It's got a slide. But the real unique part of this is they have a garage in the backyard that when you rent the house, you have it all to yourself. That's an arcade. That's what these two dudes love to do. They go around when these stores go out of business and they bid and they buy these arcade machines. And I took a bunch of pictures. I posted them on Discord. I posted on my TikTok. They've got pinball machines everywhere, and they've got all kinds of games. I played Mary Shelley Frankenstein. I played the NBA pinball game, AC/DC pinball game, the Munsters, Roller Coaster Tycoon, the pinball game, which is hilarious because I wasn't planning on making that connection that just happened. I also played, they have the NFL 2-minute warning game. It's like the basketball game where you shoot the hoops, but it's football. You throw the football, and it's got like the hoops and the receivers pop out and stuff. That was super fun. The Terminator, the Fast and Furious. I have zero idea of what this version is, but I played air hockey. That was like Pac-Man related. In like the middle of a match, like an alarm goes off and all kinds of these pucks come out like everywhere. And you just got to hit them as fast as you can. Crush my wife at that game. Skee ball. They've got the claw games, and like it's crazy. You just walk in and it's like, yeah, you have this to play as much as you want until you leave. You have this whole arcade to yourself. It's quite big. There's probably 50, 75 machines in there. Something that I thought you'd really like to know about this place, not that I think you'd ever probably expect to find yourself in your line to go to it, Delvin. Half of these machines came from T-Pain. He was there like 2 days before we got there. These guys know him. He has like his own machine, awesome. So that when he moves, like when he runs out of space or something, he knows these guys, and he's like, hey, they're like first dibs. Like, hey, do you want to buy this? So they have like 9 of his machines. I don't know if and when, if you guys follow him, if it ever comes up. He was there 2 days ago shooting a video. They wanted like the arcade backdrop because he's got neon lights and everything. So they were there shooting some footage. So if you ever see a video or YouTube or social media content or a TikTok or something, and you see that, that's where the place is. They did it there.
For T-Pain.
So it was
T-Pain is awesome.
It was a surprise. My wife, the whole time, the funny thing, I felt bad. She planned her whole morning for this hotel room. She was just like, she's like, I'm going to get there. I'm getting the whirlpool. I'm going to shave my legs. And was like, uh-oh, I hope this doesn't backfire on me. So we started driving, and she's like, where are we going? She's like, the hotels. I was like, yeah, we're not going to the hotel. Like that's never been on the menu here. And then she really loved it. It was great. And then so we did that. We drove into the town. I got to see the band, which was great. They were great, which is probably like my biggest worry. I can't tell you the amount of bands that I've really loved and to go see them live and they don't live up to expectations, and it's a gut punch because you're like, oh, I almost feel like
meet your heroes,
right? It's like this band I love sucks. Damn it, I hate this. They weren't. He killed it. Brian Fallon killed it. The dude can just sing. It was a great show. And then we bounced out and we got Taco Bell on the way home, and then we got back to the Airbnb. It's not on Airbnb. They have their own thing, so definitely look it up on your own. It's Arcade Oasis. Or Oasis Arcade, I think is actually proper. We got back and I got to swim. It was like a nice late night, like 1 a.m. in the morning swim. The pool's all lit up and everything. It was just a great time. So I've had a blast. Yeah, that's it. Nice. I played a little NCAA, but my franchise save got corrupted or something. I don't know. There's something wrong with the cloud save. There's a dozen of us apparently in the Reddit that keep talking about it. I think it's probably up to 30 or 40 people, but whatever their recent update did that it came out, some people have gotten locked out of their dynasty. I assume it has something to do with like custom files of some sort. Like it seems like we all have custom teams and custom playbooks. So if I had to point the finger at something, it might be that. But I haven't tried it since it messed up on me the other day, but I don't know. I may have to start over. That's all I've really been playing.
Damn. College football. I'm sorry that you've lost. Who were you the coach of at this point?
Pittsburgh. I was almost working. I was working on my first. I was 3 seasons in, first season at Pittsburgh, and I just beat West Virginia in the big rivalry game, which is crazy because that's supposed to be a really big game, and that's like the crowd noise is like through the roof and everything. You think it'd be really close. I torched that school. It honestly felt like wrong. It felt like every time they did something, like I ran one back for a touchdown. I returned 2 interceptions. I got a fumble in the end. I was like, what is happening? I would beat them like 49-0 I threw 8 passes. Like I may have scored like 28 points on defense. I was like, what is happening? I have never been this dominant at this game. Like I am crushing this team, man. West Virginia must suck. Because I am killing them. That was pretty fun, but not as fun as the arcade. Delvin, I thought you would have loved it. It was all voice activated, which was really cool. They have everything on like the smart switches. Cool. So you walk in, you're like, Alexa, turn on arcade, and the whole fucking arcade lights up and the noises start going and everything. And you, Alexa, turn on the music. Music starts playing. Alexa, hit the neon. All the neon lights come on if you want those on and stuff. It's kind of like your own private Dave and Buster's, man. It was pretty awesome.
That's cool. Really,
that sounds like it was really cool. Be a lot of fun.
Yeah, my wife loves skee ball and she loves air hockey.
Yeah,
so she was right at home. And yeah, it was just crazy. Like we had our own to ourselves. We just do whatever you want, and it's your arcade.
I also like pinball a lot, even though I'm usually not very good. It's still fun to play.
I knew Delvin's really into the pinball stuff.
Yeah,
yes, these are all machines, and like they refurbish a lot of them. Like a lot of them, they showed me one thing that I've never seen before that they just bought out of the mall. They have like it's like I want to call it like a pew. It's like almost like a church pew chair that's attached to like a TV, like a big screen TV that has like console games on it, but there's no consoles. Like it's all wired in. Like on the board and stuff, but you can play like 360 games and Xbox games and Switch games and shit.
Well, that's cool.
All just there. Yeah. They just bought it from the mall. They bought 2 of them. They're like, yeah, we just got these in an auction. I was like, this is not like, that's what these dudes do. Like they just building their own oasis in their own backyard. I was like, this is killer.
That is cool. Dope. That's really cool.
I wonder how much their power bill is.
A fortune.
That's the first thing that I thought of when I saw
right.
I was like, this electricity must be insane.
That's why Alexa, there's separate demands for turning on the neon lights and the arcade, just in case they don't want to like run.
Well, the neon gets hot.
Oh, sure.
Like if you don't like if it gets too warm, you can turn the neon off.
When I was in San Diego in March, we my cousins and siblings, we all went to a barcade. And they had very new pinball machines, and I don't understand why we have this like fully interactive TV basically that you're supposed to be watching while playing pinball. I'm like, well, if I'm looking at the TV, I'm not looking at the ball. Right. And if I'm looking at the ball, I'm not looking at the TV. So I literally had like my youngest sister be like, just tell me what I should be doing. It's like I'm playing Deadpool and it says I'm fighting Sabretooth. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? I can't look at the screen. I don't want to lose the ball. And I've noticed that like there's a pinball museum as well or Hall of Fame in Vegas. And that's where I first saw it like years ago. And I don't know, it makes me feel like an old man yelling at clouds again. I'm like, I remember in my day where we just had pinball and no fucking TV.
Yeah.
Like arcades are getting too good at pinball. We got to distract them and make them put in more quarters.
That's what I was wondering too, right? Not only are the loud noises there, like
I do love a really good, too. Like a refinished pinball machine. There's like an art to a pinball machine, There's so much with all the lights and like how smooth the ball glides and stuff. It is really nice. It's
That's
like a nice,
so cool.
Yeah, there's like a workmanship that I really appreciate with a pinball table. It's like, look at all this effort that got put into this thing. It's really, really awesome.
Yeah, my aunt and uncle had a
come together.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle had a pinball machine growing up, Diner Dash, whatever it was called. And we would love to mess with it because you could take the glass off and put like rubber bands on the sides so the ball doesn't go down the sides if you want.
Wow.
My cousin and I played one game of this and we were told we could never do it again, where you don't play with the glass on top. And they had this mechanic where you're supposed to, the balls did go flying. Your face is correct, Deb. But they had this part where like you're supposed to hit it up a ramp and it goes in a teacup and as many loops as you can get. So of course, like we would hit it up there, we would try to catch the ball and be like ding 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 ding
sure.
ding ding.
And the cheat code existed even back like analog.
Like, so it was really fun kind of playing with all the settings and whatnot. And if you can keep it maintained, it's great. Like if I ever got a house and had a garage, or someplace, like I feel like it'd be a little rude to my neighbors if I bought one for my tiny apartment and they're like, oh, there goes Stearns again.
Well, I remember
goddamn pinball.
I pointed this out to Delvin some time ago, but they make like virtual pinball tabletops that are like very similar to they're made to mimic as close as you can to actual pin. Like they're actually like pretty expensive, not like a cheap little tabletop screen game. Like they're pretty serious. Yeah,
because I have Zen pinball.
Pretty wild. When I first saw them, I sent it to Delvin immediately. I was like, yo, this is kind of awesome. But they were like, I think they were like $1,200. It's like,
I could just get a pinball machine.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you could flip the board and the table. Like, it's all, they have like light, so you can like, I want to play this pinball machine today, and like the whole thing changes. Okay. I was like, that's pretty awesome. But it has like a real board and like real paddles, so there's like a feedback there too. I think I haven't looked at it in a while, but there was something about it that made it like more than like we've all seen like those Dave and Buster coffee tabletop games.
Right.
It wasn't that. It was better than that.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I've been doing nothing. Much like Delvin, I attempted to play games. I attempted to play games. I looked at games and I was just like, I just am not feeling like playing anything. So much like Delvin.
Vegetables?
No, I was just watching TV. So I just watched a lot of TV.
Flash?
Huh? No, absolutely not.
Remember last week I told you my family was sick?
Mm-hmm.
Daughter popped for COVID while we were gone. Finally got it. So that's what was going. I remain free of the illness. I am the sole survivor so far. We'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. But so far, I'm still right as rain. I'm good to go.
Nice. Well, hope that streak continues for you. But yeah, I was still dealing with my ear infection a little bit last week, so I wasn't up to doing much. So I was just chilling, watching shows on Netflix. I finished this show called Warrior Nun that I really enjoyed. There's one called Shadow and Bone that I really enjoyed. Just all this fantasy sci-fi shit that I've just been like.
Generic ass names.
The names are pretty generic, and they're also, of course, all shows that get canceled because fuck you, Netflix. You love canceling things that I enjoy. So
well, they
all have this ending. That's not really the ending. It's supposed to be the next season, and it gets canceled before we get that. So
nobody watched it.
Yeah, no, that's the sad part. If you look at it, a lot of people did watch it. It just didn't watch it enough for Netflix, and everybody there's petitions.
They're the ones
trying to
get
the show back. I hate Netflix. I hate them for all that.
Then stop. Then unsubscribe.
If it were just me, I would. My wife is like, I need all the things. My wife is a big TV watcher. She wants to have access to all the shows. It gives her little creature comfort, so that's why we still have.
Oh, I'm looking so forward.
I just have Paramount Plus.
When Venue launches, as long as it's not stopped by the injunction, I think Venue launches next week, and the moment it does, I'm canceling so many things. Like I'm almost eager to just be like, and you're off, and you're off, and you're off. Delete. I can't wait. My family's gonna wake up one day and be like, "We get rid of Hulu?" I'm like, "Yeah, 3 months ago, guys, get with the program."
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, we get rid of something. My children immediately let me know. Like, this is not working. What's happening? My kids.
They watch Netflix for like a month, and then they may want to watch like one thing on Disney Plus, and they're like, "What happened to Disney Plus?" Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, mine are all over everything. They Paramount Plus, Netflix, Hulu, Disney. Like they're.
Yeah, I'm dropping that Disney bundle as soon as possible. Like as soon as Venue goes live, that's it. It's over.
Yeah, I can't do it. I need it for Deadpool whenever it comes. I don't go to the movies. I just wait for everything to come to Disney Plus.
Disney Plus is great.
It's fantastic. So
I'm still on Max and Disney Plus myself, and then Tubi is fantastic.
I watch Tubi more than I honestly watch Tubi more than anything else.
Yeah,
I've never watched Tubi.
It has a lot of old cartoons, exactly.
It's chock full of horror movies.
Yep.
It's 1,000 times better than Shudder, than Scream TV. Like it's 1,000. Like there's so much.
It really is.
There's all these like terrible like tit movies, basically, where it's just like CD level quality, but they show a bunch of boobs.
I love that they've broken down. Where they have like 70s horror, 80s horror, 90s horror. They'll break it down by timeline and stuff. It's really good.
My buddy also set up a Plex server, and he's been buying DVDs by the boatful.
You're talking
to it.
You're evoking the Steam Machine days of my past. I was doing that shit back then with Coda and stuff. Yeah.
No, like when it works, it's fantastic. Like it's the same friend I have my Friday movie game night with, and we ditched Helldivers and just started going through. And he's to the point where he's buying like sight unseen,
the only one, apparently.
From Goodwill, he'll buy like a box of DVDs. And he'll just get like the most random shit, like workout videos, but every once in a while there'll be like a gem in there that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I can't pay for all those services. Like I'm willing to pay for 2 at a time, and maybe because I'm on PTO, I'll try to get like Prime.
Max are free. I get Paramount through Dev Pass, and then I'll pay for Venue, and I don't pay for Netflix because I don't like it. I don't pay for Netflix, and my wife was like, "Then I'll pay for Netflix." I'm like, "Yeah, that's you. You do whatever you want to do, but I don't use it." So,
yeah, I pay for Netflix. I was like, you get Disney Plus. Everything. I was like,
you get Netflix or the Disney Plus bundle, but you don't get both. And they're like, "Fine, I'm going to pay for Netflix," and then they're going to be upset when I'm like, "When now the Disney Plus bundle's gone too."
Well, the only reason I stopped watching
some shit.
Stop watching Netflix because they cracked down on the password. Like I did the whole thing where like I gave one friend Max and they gave me Netflix, and gave another friend Disney Plus, and they gave me Hulu. And now that they cracked down on it, I'm like, I don't care. It's not worth the effort for me. Like I'll find a gem every once in a while.
I just don't watch enough. I just don't watch enough TV.
Exactly.
I'm either watching movies or like honestly, week to week, my wife and I we watch more things on YouTube and TikTok by exponentially more than any of the streaming services.
Yeah, we don't watch any of that. Everything we watch, like we watch Netflix. Like
I think we've had this conversation before.
Yeah,
it's not.
I'm a TV person. I watch shows.
Not an uncommon event for my wife and I to sit down like over dinner and just watch 90 minutes of TikTok.
That is insane to me.
Wow,
if I have to watch more than 2 minutes of TikTok, I'm
like,
pissed.
I'll just cast it to the TV screen and we'll just flip through while it's going. And like, like I'll be reading, like some news or, she'll be on her phone or we're eating and we'll just like sit there and let it play.
That does not sound like a good idea to me.
I also I like having a TV show or movie on in the background on playing video games as well.
There's a reason why like everybody lobbied to try and cancel TikTok because it was fucking eating everybody's lunch. Like it's not bad. Jeez.
All right. Well, Donnie, hour in. Let's get into the news.
Let's do it. Big news this week. Crafted, the publisher behind PUBG, has acquired Tango Gameworks, the studio name, and the Hi-Fi Rush IP from Xbox Microsoft. Quote, as part of the strategic agreement, Crafted intends to collaborate with Xbox and ZeniMax to ensure a smooth transition and maintain continuity at Tango, allowing the talented team to continue developing the Hi-Fi Rush IP and explore future projects. Crafton has not acquired the rights to any other games. So if you were hoping for The Evil Within or Ghostwire Tokyo or anything like that, that's not happening. Microsoft still owns those IPs. In the future, we may see Tango Gameworks commissioned for Evil Within 3 or something like that. They left the open up the possibility that might happen. Statement from Microsoft: we're working with Crafton to enable the team at Tango Gameworks to continue to build games together, and we look forward to playing their next great game. This will be no impact to the existing catalog of Tango games, meaning if those games exist on Game Pass or anything, they're going to stay there. Nothing's going to change there. And I would imagine, I don't know this, but I would imagine that that's probably part of the agreement of the sale. Is, they probably have either some rights to leave Hi-Fi Rush in Game Pass and or maybe the next one, because they were kind of knee-deep in Hi-Fi Rush 2 development when Microsoft gave them the axe. So, my take on this story is I'm happy that Tango has been grabbed. I wonder how much of Tango has been grabbed. I haven't seen what I think is concrete reporting. I've seen speculation. I've seen tweets and stuff saying that Crafton has told anybody that like left the studio or found other work that they're welcome to come back. But how long are they welcome to come back? Can they stay in Japan? Do they have to move to Korea? And there's a cynicism here with me that I just feel like needs to be said. I haven't really heard anybody talk about it. And this may be reckless speculation. It's never been true. But my first reaction when I saw this story was, how long until these people are just working on PUBG?
People still play PUBG? Is that still a thing?
Yeah. I was wondering, like, do they really want Tango, or were they just like looking to acquire talent? Like, are they just looking to bolster up their workforce? I mean, they grabbed the IP, so I think we're gonna get Hi-Fi Rush 2, which is cool. But the Tango that I was particularly interested, the Tango that I love, was the Evil Within, the Tokyo, the Ghostwire Tokyo part of it. I'm less interested in more Hi-Fi Rush personally.
I'm going to be a little optimistic. I'm going to say they really want Tango. I think they really want a studio that can make consistently good games at a low cost. That's the key to keep, because PUBG, I imagine PUBG costs a lot of money to run and finance and stuff like that. So if they can have something that can boost their dollars a little bit, like a Hi-Fi Rush. Okay, we're not getting a whole bunch of crazy money off of this, but we're getting decent enough money to keep things going. I think that would be probably
in your defense, as much as maybe it can be, their statement, their little news press that they put out, their little presser, was about expanding their publication into other territories. They're like, so we've got this game that they did in PUBG, and they've got their base in Korea, and that they did the Callisto Protocol with whatever the studio that was, and then you remember they fired a bunch of those people. I was also wondering, I brought this up in Discord, and I never saw anybody officially report it. Like, could we see Callisto Protocol come back maybe with Tango at the helm or something? Like, I was thinking about that too.
What did they do for Callisto Protocol?
They publish it. They're the publisher for Callisto.
Just the publisher. Okay.
So, Yarden's in the chat. He says there was reported in several articles that they wanted the talent. I hadn't seen that, but that's where my head went. I was like, are they buying people that could work on PUBG or other projects, or are they buying Tango? I don't know. And I don't know how many Tango got axed like 4 months ago. I don't know how many people are around.
Right.
I don't know how many people are around. So I don't know. Clearly they wanted the name, so I don't think they're like going to close the studio. They wanted the name, because otherwise they could have hired all the people without buying the name. So I think they wanted the name, they wanted the game. I think they believe in Hi-Fi Rush as a franchise to come out. But is this studio going to be like endless Hi-Fi Rushes? I don't think so. I think they probably do Hi-Fi Rush, and then maybe they support staff on something else and then do another Hi-Fi Rush or something.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of mobile games and some PC, like, shooters or whatnot, but like survival stuff, battle royale stuff. But outside of Subnautica, I haven't heard of any of their other games. So who knows?
They were talking about how they're excited to expand, but yeah, I think we'll get Hi-Fi Rush 2. So if you guys were really excited about Hi-Fi Rush, looks like that'll have the opportunity to happen.
Well, that's a
I loved Hi-Fi Rush for about 90 minutes. And then after that, it started to wear out its welcome. I was like, okay, I've kind of had enough of this.
I mean, the silver lining is they're not completely gone. And so, Hi-Fi does decent. Maybe they'll look at the other IP that they purchased with Tango and see if they want to take a chance on something else. But
the other question
I thought you would be more excited because you were lamenting Tango going away, and now I was like, oh look, they're not dead yet. I'm not dead yet.
Not dead yet. But the things that I loved are. It sounds like.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's why I'm not more excited. Right? Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Even if they wanted to license those things, do we want Evil Within 3 without Shinji Mikami? Do we want Ghostwire Tokyo without Shinji Mikami or Nakamura? I don't know. I would like to see them exist. I'd like to see them give it a try. I'm open to them trying. But they didn't get the IP. If they'd got the IP, if they were like, and we got Evil Within, I'd be way more excited. I'd be like, all right, let's go. But they were like, no, we have Hi-Fi. And I'm like, I was just kind of mid on Hi-Fi. I liked it.
That's the one you didn't want.
If Hi-Fi Rush 2 was like we made the game, but it's not as reliant on like you being like the rhythm game. If they took out like you do it to the beat, I'd be more excited. Like, okay, let's go. That sounds more fun.
I know rhythm is challenging for us types.
Wow. It's not that it was challenging at all. It's just that
I didn't say it.
After 5 hours and you're still swinging this guitar to the beat. It's like, dude, I get it. Enough already. Like, it needed. I felt like it needed more. But the style was great. The characters are great. The world is really good. So, any other thoughts on Tango or Hi-Fi before we move on?
Happy to
play Hi-Fi, so no, I got nothing.
Happy that they brought back something that people love, because people were very upset that this studio was going away. So even if a portion of it comes back, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
I would love to see the Evil Within back. I love the Evil Within.
So my only counter to your point is like, did they bring something that people love? Like, do people love Hi-Fi Rush?
People apparently love that game.
I don't think so, because they put it on PlayStation. It didn't sell very well.
Well, people pretend they love it then, because I've seen.
I think that statement actually might be more true than you realize.
Yeah, I think so, because I see a lot of videos talking about Hi-Fi Rush and how good it is, and
I think it would have done a hell of a lot more on Switch.
That is a good point.
And maybe that's a part of like their business. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe they're like, hey, let's get Hi-Fi 2 going. Let's put that bitch on Switch 2 and let's see if we have something. Because
Switch and mobile, they're gonna make it a mobile. It
feels
game.
like it's that kind of game. And if you'd put it there, I think there's more people playing there into that than PlayStation 5. I think Grounded like trounced Hi-Fi. And that's crazy. Because people were really excited about it. Everybody was like, "This is the game," and it did not apparently do very well. And I don't have numbers. I'm literally just going off of like, you remember at the time when they came out, we were monitoring like the sales chart. I don't know how true or any of that is, but it didn't seem like it was doing all that well. That seems to be like the common takeaway is that Hi-Fi didn't really sell all that well, which led into Xbox going, okay, we think we're done here.
Yes. I do remember that.
Yeah. So maybe they do see a path forward with Hi-Fi maybe being on other consoles and things like that. I'm not rooting against them, but I, like you, would have much rather seen other games. I would have loved if Tango was saved. If they're like, we have Tango in all the IPs, I'd be like, fucking let's go. But it's really like, it really almost reads like we bought Hi-Fi Rush. It's like, okay, that's cool, I guess. Like, great. That was my least concern. The least of my concern was Hi-Fi Rush sticking around. We have PlayStation non-essentials for this month. You can get The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. You can also get Wild Hearts. You guys remember that game was a thing?
I do.
I forgot all about it. That's like EA's Monster Hunter thing that came out. They were like, we got a game, and it's super big and everything. That game came and went quickly. Cult of the Lamb, Donnie recommends. Ride 5, Watch Dogs 2. You can get Sword Art Online. I'm not even going to try to read that word. Alicizate. Nope.
Yep,
whatever that is.
You tried.
Last Recollection, Fatal Bullet, Hollow Realization, and then Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. That's your PlayStation non-essentials this month. If you're into the classics, you can get Vacation Sim, Time Splitters 2, Time Splitters Future Perfect, and What Would the World Be At Without More Sword Art Online, The Lost Song. So, PlayStation non-essentials going hard for Sword Art Online right now.
No, thank you.
Hard pass.
Yeah, I vaguely remember Time Splitters, and I don't even recall if I liked it or not.
This is the premium tier, by the way. This is what you pay extra for.
Delvin pays extra for.
Yeah,
we don't do that here.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they're very basic, and I look for it on sale whenever I can.
Replaced has replaced their launch date. Apparently, has been delayed from 2024 to 2025. Sad Cat Studios has confirmed it will still be playable at Gamescom. This game was originally slated for 2022, which means it has now been delayed to 23, 24. It has now been delayed to 2025.
It's vaporware.
What the fuck are we even doing now? Like, well, you can't. There should be a law. You can't delay your game more than 3 times. What the fuck, man? The team said we need more time to meet the high standards we've set for ourselves and to meet the expectations of our fans. Right now, my
do they have fans? They have fans. Like
translation.
I'm a fan.
Translation.
I'm a fan of the trailer they showed us 4 years ago. I don't know, I've been really excited to play it. For anybody who doesn't remember, this is the Cyberpunk 2D pixel game that was shown. It had an excellent trailer. I've been looking forward to it. It's coming to Game Pass. I've been looking forward to it for years, but at this point, what is there to even look forward to? Like they just keep it just keeps getting just the carrot on the stick. They just keep putting out there. So
I still love in their embedded YouTube video on their website. They say replace announced trailer coming 2022.
There it is. That was pretty upsetting. I was holding out hope that like we'd play that this fall, but nope. Dragon Age: The Veilguard, their release date will be unveiled tomorrow. EA announced that today, so we'll have a release date for that tomorrow. Until Dawn, which they're not calling remastered, they just keep calling it built for PS5 and PC. What do you guys think that means?
That means it's the same goddamn.
I mean, it's really gonna suck on PC. That's what it means.
That game arrives on October 4th.
They just put a PS5 logo next to that bitch. Called it a day.
Gamescom opening night live. Jeff Keighley tweeted out today that you can expect some new game announcements, plus confirmed Black Ops 6, Monster Hunter Wilds, Marvel Rivals, Dune Awakening, Indiana Jones, and Civ 7 will be there. So, you guys gonna watch opening night live? Do you guys do that?
No.
No. No, Scott.
I'll wait for the Discord to tell me what happened or a blog or something.
Exactly. Yeah, I like the recap videos. Those are always my favorite. Just give me the 20-second version.
Yeah, give me the list of the games so I can decide which trailers I'm actually going to watch.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. Steam's recent beta notes have reconfirmed Valve's previous statements, because they said this a long time ago, that their intent is for SteamOS to be available on rival hardware. The latest beta release adds SteamOS support for the ROG Ally's input systems. Now, this doesn't mean that the ROG Ally can just run SteamOS today. It's not officially supported, but you can see the development is to get there. Like, that's the path they're working towards. Quote, the note about ROG Ally keys is related to third-party device support for SteamOS. Valve engineer Lawrence Yang told The Verge. The team is continuing to work on support for additional handhelds for SteamOS. Do you think we may see a day where that ROG Ally X or the next one, ROG Ally 2 or whatever, just comes with SteamOS out of the box? And do you think that moves the needle? I don't think for either of you, but do you think that moves the needle for people?
No.
You don't think that moves the needle at all?
I don't think
the Steam folks love
I also don't.
SteamOS part.
And they'll just buy the Steam Deck because it's made natively for Steam. Like, why get a ROG Ally? And I don't think it's going to ever come with SteamOS. I think it's going to be a supported operating system that you can either boot off of or dual boot. I don't see it coming with that.
Second question, then. As they continue to make waves and support other devices, do you see a potential where somebody creates a box that runs SteamOS that's not a handheld?
Somebody being some random person, yes.
No, I like
not
a manufacturer.
some company. No.
I think a manufacturer might. I think SteamOS, having gone hands-on with SteamOS, it begs for somebody to make a console and just run SteamOS on it. And they call it your PC console. Yeah. And it may be underpowered, and for a lot of people that may be okay. You know? But I could see it.
I don't see that happening.
Okay. Rumors. According to this is funny. According to an updated description on the PlayStation Store, Red Dead Redemption is coming to PC after 14 years. This new change is brand new because as of late April, the store didn't say this. So it suggests that they're like readying an announcement and they're updating descriptions wherever the game is. And they just updated the description on the PlayStation 5 store of Red Dead Redemption to say the following. Experience the epic Western adventures that define the generation now on PC for the first time ever. Why would that even be in the PlayStation listing? Like, are they literally over there? Like somebody that doesn't know anything, they're just copying and pasting marketing shit into databases? Like, what?
Yes.
According to the description, the PC version of the game will include Red Dead Redemption as well as Undead Nightmare. the game's DLC expansion. So that's about as good as a leak as you could ask for. So I think at some point you can expect that announcement to come. When? Who knows? Rockstar does their own fucking thing. They don't care. So I don't know if it's going to be an opening night live. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe that should be a tweet tomorrow morning. Who knows? But they are readying it, and I've reported on. The reason I brought this up is we've been talking about. We've been seeing in the Steam backend database updates and stuff. We've been seeing this for some time. It's in the Rockstar launcher, so there's just more evidence to support the fact that it looks like Red Dead Redemption might finally be coming to PC, which I'll buy day one.
I would love to see some kind of a tweet where they're just like, some dumbass fucked up, so now we got to make an announcement.
Hire the idea that an announcement like that, a description like that, think of the amount of people something like that has to flow through and be approved and finalized. How does it make it to anybody that's like, yeah, let me update the PlayStation Store? And then how does that person who's like, I'm updating the PlayStation Store, not read the words that they're putting in and be like, wait a minute, does this really need to go in here? Like, why would any console store tell you to go buy the PC version?
That's what baffles me. You know, it's like, hey, did you know that you can buy this somewhere else?
On somewhere else than where you are? Like, that blows my mind.
It's like if Target started having a quick reference codes with
also available at Walmart.
Yeah, you know.
Techland has recently filed a new trademark for Dying Light: The Beast, which I think will probably be their next DLC for Dying Light 2. It sounds like it's connected to the following, but who knows? Maybe it's their own thing. I don't know. This one's fun. There's rumors swirling that Xbox will unveil another first-party game headed to PlayStation next week, which points towards Gamescom. This comes from Shinobi, who I think is a pretty reliable person. It's been expanded upon as to what that game might be, and the current floating around suggestion is Forza Horizon 5. Did do anything? No? I kind of expected a little more there.
You know what? I expected Forza, so it doesn't surprise me. Like that's something that always comes around. So it's kind of like, oh, we knew that was coming. Like,
I think Forza Horizon 5 is one of the best racing games in the world today, and I think it's one of Xbox's best exclusives. So I find that to be not shocking, because what did I say? We've been talking about this for over a year now. Remember when they sat down on that couch and they're like, "We're starting with 4." From that day, I was like, "It's a wrap." Like that's like it's over. Like they're not doing 4, they're doing more, and you might as well keep going. So yeah, but saying that, so I've expected them that they'll eventually all make their way over eventually. Forza is when I saw the rumor before the Forza Horizon thing started to go around, when I first saw the rumor, I thought it was going to be Starfield, because they've got the big expansion and everything coming. I felt like, oh, this makes sense now. Opening night live, Bethesda, Todd Howard comes out or something. They talk about Starfield, they talk about the new expansion, and it's going to be coming to PlayStation like when the expansion comes out. I thought something like that might be happening, but Forza Horizon 5 is awesome. I welcome all people. Well, I think Forza Horizon 5 is probably a much better game. So I welcome all to give it a try. I love Forza Horizon. So
they can keep
I'm just not into racing games, so it doesn't tickle my pickle.
Same. I could care less. Give us Gears, Halo.
Yep, that's
Starfield. Something interesting.
I'd be curious to try Starfield out. I had a lot of fun with No Man's Sky, and if this is kind of like Fallout meets No Man's Sky, I'd be interested in it.
I saw there's leaked footage of their vehicle. I saw their vehicle roaming around some planet on Reddit, doing jumps and stuff. I keep telling myself I'm going to play it, but I probably am not. I'm just not all that interested in Starfield.
You're not.
I never have been. Okay.
I played it for a moment. That moment was that. I'll never play it again. I'm good.
So that's the news. We don't have anything from Rude Days that I saw.
No, he didn't post anything. Rude Days, you're slacking again.
It's okay. Summer lulls.
It's fine. You can take a couple weeks off. I'm just running out the clock, baby. Speaking of running out the clock, because we didn't talk about, dude, the Olympic Games, the medal games were fucking awesome. Both of them. But the women's game, the women's game was crushing. It was so good. I'm not sure if you listened to Shaq, Dev, Me and Delvin were just making fun of the French constantly. Like, it just Rebecca, she's like, I feel so bad for them. We were like, fuck them. But I think we're probably going to eat those words in a couple of years. Like, they're going to come back with a vengeance. They're going to be so damn mad. Did you watch?
That's what Wimby was saying. No, I didn't watch any of it. I didn't see any highlights from either game.
No,
I didn't care.
The women's game was back and forth the whole game. It was tit for tat all the way. America got some free throws. It's a 3-point lead with 2 seconds left. France inbounds the ball, get the shot off, makes it. You're like, oh, my foot was on the line, lose by 1.
Wow.
That's the way the game ended. All these little kids crying. The French team are crying. Everybody's in tears. Wow. It was brutal. But honestly, one of the best basketball games I've watched in years.
I think it's great that somehow in the Paris Olympics, France goes to the medal game in both women's and men's basketball. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't watch.
Their team is on the rise, right? Like, everybody knows that their team are full of young, like, they have a young nucleus of good players. Where our team is old and all of our players start. Oh, hang on a second. Did you not see Steph's shot that I posted in Discord? Tell me you at least saw the shot.
Yeah, it looked like every other shot where Steph shoots and turns away.
No, except whoa. Not true. Every other shot. When have you ever seen Steph Curry throw a 3 while being guarded by Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert? Both of them.
I don't care who he's
double teamed by 2 7-foot defensive players of the year.
It's Steph. To me, this looks like Steph.
This is his best shot.
He walks away and does the night. Now I'm like,
this is his best shot. This is one of the best threes I've ever seen. This is one of the greatest threes of all time. Not to mention, he's got Durant wide open, who's begging for the ball. He's like, "Give me the ball." Steph's like, "Nah, I got this."
Didn't Durant pass it right back to him?
Yeah, but when Gobert came off of him, he was calling for the ball, and Steph was like, "No, I got it." It was oh boy, in the waning seconds, man, the clock was ticking. Steph's like, "Nah, I'll send him home myself, thanks." Yeah, it was awesome.
For me, it just feels like Steph being Steph. So I'm just like,
it was Steph being
sounds
Steph.
about right.
But he also hadn't been Steph being Steph like all Olympics. Like, he turned it on for the final game, and he fucking got going, and was just
to shoot a shot from way far away in front of people. Like, this is just Steph. So I'm like,
it was killer.
All right,
it was killer. So Delvin and I have already talked about it, but on Shaq, this is the end of that generation. This will be LeBron's last one. It's probably, I would imagine, AD's last one. Embiid said he's not going to play. I don't think Steph will be in one more. I don't think Durant's got one more in him. So the next team will be a team we haven't seen in 15 years.
It's going to be like that last team that lost. That's what it's going to be.
They're going to be very young. They're going to be very young. And not young people, but young in like Olympic experience. They're going to be very inexperienced.
It's going to be Anthony's team. That's who it is.
You're not Tatum?
No.
It's going to be Bronny's team.
Oh, God.
Team's going to lose by 50.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Tatum is not that dude.
Cap, yeah, I do think LeBron was the MVP of that team, of this team. He kept them, like, when it got tense and that team started to falter, when Ant wasn't making, when Steph was, when everybody was looking around for a leader, there was one guy they gave the ball to that came through, and it was LeBron. And not to mention, he set the table for like everyone else the whole game. Like, he controlled the impactful moments.
He was LeBron being LeBron, doing what LeBron does. Yeah.
He was doing a little bit more than that. Like, he was all like behind the back, no look passes and shit. Like, he was having fun.
It was his farewell tour to the Olympics.
It really was.
So, yeah.
I think also, and D Wade pointed this out, it was LeBron playing like Magic Johnson. And for decades, we've been hearing about
what he should have been doing his entire career.
A lot of people say that LeBron is Magic, but he has never played that role on this team. He literally, that was the role he was playing. At one in the Serbia game, he came in 6 minutes, had 7 assists. He's just like, and you get a bucket, you get a bucket, you get a bucket.
It has irritated me forever that he is not just the point guard. it just drives me.
He was
insane.
quarterback. He was quarterback in the whole offense. The thing that bothered me for 2 decades is why he would never go into the post. When you would for so long, people would guard him with guards, and it's like, dude, go put him on the block. You're fucking 6'9", you're 250 pounds. What are you doing?
And you're faster than them, probably.
Yeah, and stronger, and you jump higher. And you're like, what? Like, go punish them. You know, they shouldn't be able to guard you with people like that. Yeah. He didn't really start doing that until he's done a little bit with the Lakers, but it's a smaller. The game is more small ball now, so he can do it. But if he had done that when he was younger, if he had done that in Cleveland and Miami, I think he could have punished teams more. Because he would have lived.
Look, he's only the all-time leading scorer. I mean,
he would have lived at the free throw line though. If you switched on him and he just walked into the paint and you gave him the ball like Karl Malone, he would have lived on the free throw line. Dude would have taken 40 of them a game.
Yeah.
So
that does not sound exciting at all.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
but I just think about how many more points he could possibly have. It's just insane.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's a monster.
Slacker. That's what it is.
Wow.
Could have did so much more.
Just slacking.
Just slacking off.
All right, time for questions because Rude Days failed us and didn't give us anything to.
Damn, don't say that. Man took a vacation. Leave him alone.
Good job, Rude Days. I appreciate
you, Rude Days.
I appreciate him too. He's still he's slacking.
I'm running out the clock. Less questions and less points. Just running out of the clock.
Take your time, Bird. He's like, let's take a month off.
Yeah, you guys like, yeah. Man, I appreciate you. Go on vacation. Live it up.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a multi-part question here from the Jacked Up Review Show.
Jacked Up Review Show. Oh, that's the chorus.
Thank you, Don.
That man wrote us a Bible.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
First question is, why are you guys so chill?
Weed.
Are we?
Yeah, that's one of it. Yeah,
weed helps.
Age.
I mean, I don't smoke weed, so I don't know.
I slept like a baby last night. I'll just leave it at that. I'll just say that. Normally I'll listen to a podcast when I go to sleep. I'll take a podcast, I'll kind of put it under my pillow and I lay down and just kind of listen to it as I drift off. Yesterday I started a podcast. I don't think I made it a sentence to the fucking I have no memory of what anything happened. I think I laid down and literally went right to sleep. Like was gone.
Does your wife hear that too, or does she have like her own headphones in? Like,
yeah,
I put it under the
pillow. She listens too.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
I put it under the pillow. It's under the pillow.
Baby, you listen to Joe Rogan at night.
Right. If it's under the pillow, I'm still going to hear it.
No, you're not. It's not that loud. It's not that loud.
I am skeptical.
I am too.
You're both wrong. You can't hear it. You can't hear it at all.
Put on earbuds. That would solve the problem.
Sleep with earbuds in. You need to get lost. You got to wake up. You try to find them. Oh, you also got to remember, I have a giant fan when I sleep in front of them. You can't hear it. Trust me.
So it's like the fan noise followed by whisper.
Right. Yeah, so I wonder, can you even hear the podcast? Because if you have the fan, I
can. Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Mind your business. All right.
Okay.
Damn. None of that was necessary.
And that's
he also wants to know. That's exactly why we're so chill. Exactly. What's the most glitchy video game you've played to date?
Ooh.
Deadly Premonition.
Deadly Premonition 2.
I have not played that.
I will see you and raise you. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Deadly Premonition 2 is some busted ass shit, man. It was specifically when it released. Oof,
it is still in the wrap because of Donnie. I was like, this is bad, but not in a good way. So like,
but Deadly Premonition was bad in the good way. Deadly Premonition 2 is bad in an awful way. Yeah.
I gotta go with almost like any Bethesda game. You know, like Skyrim.
Well, you would know.
Fallout 4, they're glitchy as all hell. Especially the big giant RPG ones. Their first person shooters are tight. But yeah, I mean, I remember a lot of weird shit happening in Skyrim and Fallout. People going through walls.
But Skyrim's a fun glitchy.
It is. Fun
I like
glitchy.
those. That's a fun glitchy. Those are features, not bugs.
Oh, who am I kidding? It's Mercenaries 2, World in Flames. I don't know what asshole was testing on that game, but they screwed everything.
I like that. That WWE game, that Ukes game before they got axed. That shit was a busted mess.
Was that 14?
I don't remember.
It couldn't be that long ago because
No, it was 20.
I was
20
when it
came out.
20, yeah.
It was 20.
Yeah, it was all kinds of broken. People would just levitate out of the stadium. You just watch it, there's a float. You're like, what the fuck just happened? I hadn't seen wrestling glitchiness like this since like WWE Attitude. I thought those days were gone. And here comes Ukes showing some. You're like, what is this mess? It was very funny.
Yeah, I don't have an answer because I don't really pay much
You don't
attention
play
to
glitchy
glitches.
games. All your games play perfectly.
He only plays one game. He only plays game.
Yeah, I only play games. I don't have this. I don't have this problem.
He's bought like 3 consoles to play one game.
Yeah,
Play the same game the whole all these generations.
it's great. Yeah, no, I can't think of it outside of like Skyrim. But even with that, like I didn't run into any glitches. Same with like Fallout and stuff. Like I didn't have
any glitches impact my Skyrim save either. Yeah, I knew they were there. I just didn't play it like that. All these people are like, if you pick up an app on your left hand and walk out backwards, none of the doors don't. I was like, why are you doing
all
that?
this dumbass shit trying to find glitches?
I'm trying to kill dragons. What the fuck are y'all doing?
I mean, I had dragons like fly through stuff that they shouldn't be flying through. I don't know.
I think that's just physics of the day.
Yeah.
Nobody else was trying to do shit like that.
They want to know who is the best on-screen tough guy of all time.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Really?
I don't know. Just first name that came to my head.
He's probably there. Yeah, he's up there.
I think of a few people, but I think one of them Delvin would say. So I'll hold my first one.
It depends. It depends on what era, because you got
the first one that comes to mind for me is Bruce.
What defines best? Like what is best?
He was certified badass on and off screen.
He was. Yes, he was. But we're talking just on-screen tough guys. I feel like Clint Eastwood comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think about Bruce Lee as like a tough guy.
Are we thinking on-screen characters, or are we thinking of like the
Yes, on-screen characters.
On-screen characters.
James Caan.
James Caan, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
James Caan's a good one.
Sonny Corleone. Godfather.
That's a good one.
I mean, Jason Statham's been in a shit ton of action movies over the years. I don't know if it's quantity.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, Dolph
Vin Diesel.
Even Drago, man. Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
What?
He's on screen badass.
He's only a badass in the Riddick movies.
Yeah,
that's it.
He's considered a badass in Fast and Furious movie. The only two big ones.
He's considered a joke.
Mickey Rourke.
Chuck Norris.
Gotta say Stallone. Rambo.
Stallone's up there. Basically anybody in the Expendables movies.
Yes.
Bolo Yang. That's who I'm going with. Man, it's Bolo Yang.
I said Steve McQueen.
That's a really good one.
Steve McQueen.
That's a classic choice. That's a really good one.
Who?
I mean, even Harrison Ford.
Bullet.
Yeah, you sound like Archer, and I'd be making fun of you because I've never seen any of that shit. So,
yeah, Steve McQueen's like the OG badass.
Yes.
It's definitely not Steven Seagal. Not that shit.
No, not Steven Seagal. he looked corny in the movies where he was posted like a badass. Like, what the fuck is he
Under Siege is the one exception in my opinion, but like other than that, dude, like as Dev would say,
Under Siege had titties. So, yeah.
Kick rocks.
Yeah. Steven Seagal looked corny in almost everything.
Van Damme.
Van Damme for
Damme's
sure.
a great one.
Yeah, Bloodsport.
Immediately the Bloodsport. I was like, yeah, Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You know what?
Every time he does
Samuel
this, he
Jackson.
throws out like some shit out there.
Samuel Jackson.
Like, you know what?
I had to think about it. Samuel Jackson.
Ooh, Keanu. John 32.
Yeah, but Keanu's so soft, it seems.
Yeah,
even
Keanu's not a badass. Like, he's not.
I mean, even
in John Wick. John Wick's a good
Wick, man.
But he's not like a tough guy. Like, he's not.
It's John Wick.
No,
I get that.
John
Man
Wick.
kills like 8,000 people, gets shot 400 times. Like he's fucking just like, what are you talking about? Go downstairs, out windows, and hits my cars and shit. That's the whole point of the movie.
Samuel Jackson.
Assassin. I don't see the tough guy part.
One more thing about Samuel Jackson. Think about him in Pulp Fiction. You think of him about
why? Because he yells and he's loud.
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction. He's here and there. He's here and gone.
He ain't never punched nobody in his life.
Hang on. I was thinking Goodfellas. My bad.
No, Pulp Fiction. He's a
Mace
Pulp
Windu.
Fiction. Yeah.
Pulp
badass.
Fiction.
Movie. I just
Do you
watched
think about,
Goodfellas. I was like, wait, what? I had my rooms wrong.
Pulp Fiction. Do you think of what's the Star Wars? What is it? When he's Mace Windu. Mace Windu's
Windu.
badass. He's
Fucking
a
Nick
badass.
Fury.
So
Even if you want to go to Coach,
Nick
Coach
Fury a
Carter.
badass?
So we're just
I mean-
changing the question from tough guy to
tough guy.
badass.
Okay, so
Because
what's
the question was
difference
tough guy, and when I hear tough guy, I think of somebody who's more menacing, somebody who's got more presence, and I don't get that.
That
from
is
Mace
Samuel L.
Windu.
Jackson.
Because he
Yeah,
yells.
Mace Windu definitely did.
Because he yells a
He
lot.
comes off menacing. No, he comes off like somebody who's bad.
I don't think Samuel Jackson is menacing at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, he does.
Not even a little bit.
Is it because he was in that spy movie? Oh God, no, Uncle.
Garden says
Uncle.
Denzel.
Anyway, Denzel can
I don't
be.
think Denzel fit that.
But I guess
Training Day.
In Training Day,
I'm sorry, if
Way
Samuel
more
L.
minutes
Jackson does, then so does
Samuel Jackson
Denzel.
has ever been.
but Samuel L. Jackson has played more roles like that.
That
I
dude,
think-
Man on Fire, Training Day. Like, there's a
I'm
bunch
sorry,
of
the whole Equalizer series. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't think that checks out at all.
But
Again,
you say
if
menacing.
you're gonna
If you're
take
say menacing, it's a little different.
That's my point.
I
If
think
you're
tough guy
taking
is
Samuel
somebody
L.
who takes a
Jackson, you
beating.
gotta take Denzel. Like
Tough
there's
guy,
no way.
somebody that takes a beating and like
Okay,
keeps,
so-
like he's a tough guy.
so.
Equalizer, yes.
Bob Odenkirk and Nobody.
There you go. That's a tough guy.
It's interesting though. Like we got to get better with we got to be more academic. We got to define what a tough guy is versus a badass,
Oh,
right?
God.
Yes.
Because I could see how there could be a distinction. Because when I think tough guy, I was thinking just 80s, 90s. Anybody who was
Same.
ripped, you
Yeah,
know,
same.
but I also don't think like The Rock is a tough guy in his movies.
Me
He feels
either.
so cuddly.
No.
Like I can never take him like as like a like serious dude.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think when I think of tough guy, I think like Stallone. I think Schwarzenegger.
Chuck
like,
Norris is a good
big
one.
ripped Chuck Norris. Yeah, the ripped
Norris.
like menacing people. Like
But not Bruce Lee.
Like no, I don't think of Bruce
Because
Lee as a
he's
tough guy.
menacing.
He's a badass, but he's not a tough guy.
Okay, I mean, you only got fucking
So,
striped
so
across
tough
the
guy, you
chest
think
with
more
ball
bully
area,
type
but
persona.
sure.
Say that again, Delvin.
So you think when you think of tough guy, you think more of a bully type persona.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Like,
so a bruiser type.
yeah, big bruiser, tough guy, like
Dolph Lundgren.
Bruce Lee, Dolph
Dolph
Lundgren,
Lundgren fits
absolutely.
in.
Yeah,
So if that's
Mm-hmm.
what Dev's thinking about, then yes, I agree with the whole Samuel Jackson thing. Then
I still go back to James Caan then. Yeah,
Like I wouldn't think Bruce Willis is like a tough guy, even though he's a badass in a lot of his movies.
Right.
I got you. Okay.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then. If we go by Dev's definition, then yes.
I'm asking the question, so yes, my definition is what matters.
So what? So, yes, yeah, we gotta
You
get
gotta
that,
ask me a question.
get that over
That
the
review show's asking a question.
inclusion. There. National arm wrestling champion.
I mean, old school. You go, Clint Eastwood, John Wayne. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, John Wayne's a good one. Even though he's like racist, but that's
Oh, he's super racist. Super racist.
100% racist.
Like Sean Connery is not a tough guy, but he's a badass. You know, like
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. That makes sense. Yes.
Keeping with movies, he wants to know what movie do you guys
go back
watch
to New
once a year?
one of them is usually Aliens, and another one would be Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder is an awesome movie.
I fucking love
Thunder
Tropic
is
Thunder.
fucking great.
John
love
thinks
it.
you
That
said
movie
Tom
is
Hardy.
great.
That's a good one.
Tom Hardy's a badass. He won that
Yeah.
fucking jujitsu or whatever competition.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he did.
that's some legit
It's a
stuff.
UFC movie.
Yeah, and he has the best dumb Bane voice ever.
Yeah.
Fire rises, bro.
No, the thing about Tom Hardy with me is,
your reckoning.
since you mentioned it, he plays these badass roles, but he plays them in such a dorky way.
Yeah,
Like Venom. Venom's
such
like
a
a
dorky
badass character, but the way he plays Venom is like
He
this is
doesn't play
weird.
Venom. He plays Eddie Brock.
But it's
Venom
really
is
dorky.
Venom is badass. Eddie Brock is he's the nobody.
But Eddie
Is,
Brock
is he doing it or is he being directed to do it that way?
I think he's being directed to do it that way. Even Bane. Bane's
Yeah.
voice is fucking ridiculous.
it
I
is
love
so
it.
ridiculous.
I love
I love it though. I love
I
how
love
they
it.
Yeah.
picked it up for Harley Quinn.
I loved it
and-
the day I saw it. I was like,
So
this is
good.
awesome. So I'm not having any of this.
It's absurd.
It's a slap in the face to the comics because Bane is supposed to be Latin.
Yes, Bane's supposed to be Latin.
Latino.
He gives a shit.
And he's supposed to be like this grand strategizer. But like, hey man, Nightfall is amazing.
It's good that he wasn't cast in the comics then, Snerts. He was cast in the movie. Okay. Yeah, well, so who gives a shit?
Because we got
do. The three of us. We care.
Well, we don't.
And that's why that movie is
appreciate
trash.
the stupid
It's not
voice
trash.
because I have fun.
That might be one of the movies I watch once a year. I usually go through. I'll go through the Lord of the Rings. I'll go through the Dark Knight trilogy. I will do Goodfellas. I will do Casino. I will do Godfather. Usually once every year or two. Yeah, those are great movies.
Yeah, I don't watch anything once a year. It's really my wife puts on shit all the time. Yeah. There's nothing that I'm like I have to watch.
Doesn't go back to the past.
Yeah. I don't.
Sometimes I just like throw it on in the background. It's just comfort food.
Yeah,
I can just have it while I do other things. I'm not active. I'm not like it's movie night. Let's sit down and watch it. It's just on. I like to just have it.
I don't do that. My wife does. That's all my wife.
Old things old. To death.
Yeah. My wife. We're gonna watch Lord of the Rings at least 7 times a year. We're gonna watch all the Star Wars stuff multiple times a year because she's just going to.
Can we have your wife on the show? Can we like swap her?
Yeah, she would make so much fun of y'all. Like she would just
what
be
would change for
nonstop.
What would change for me?
Nothing.
Nothing would change.
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
She might sympathize with anything.
She'd make fun of you, but she'd also be very kind about it. She'd be very empathetic. There's no sympathy. Yeah. My wife does not do the sympathy thing, but she's very empathetic.
See, there you go. So it's a win-win for me. The answer is Transformers the movie.
There you go. That's a good one.
That's a good one. The 80s movie, the cartoon, not that Michael Bay shit.
No, absolutely not.
Also, which show? Winter Soldier. I just watched Civil War with my daughter.
Like Civil War.
I've gotten her to realize that she's a nerd and she's now like into the Marvel stuff. So I'm like, I finally have my buddy. So now we can go watch all the stuff. So yeah. What show are you binging right now?
Oh, I just got done rewatching Game of Thrones.
Nice.
That last episode still sucks, but everything else is amazing.
I guess based off of last night, The Flash. Didn't say I was enjoying it. Just
fabulous.
Sleep.
I'm watching Afterlife on Netflix.
The hell is that?
Wow.
Why is Jonathan 2 acting like Darth Vader in episode 3?
I don't know.
No.
Afterlife is a Ricky Gervais comedy.
Oh,
okay.
I've heard of that. Yeah,
it's awesome. It's definitely my brand of humor. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm binging the Umbrella Academy season 4. They finally put a cap on that, and I've been waiting for multiple years for this. So, yay!
Have they? Dope. Do they keep resetting everything like they did for the first season? Or like that?
It's a reset. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's still a reset. Yeah.
I was just curious.
Let's see. And this final question: what character would you love to play that's not a superhero? I don't know if he means game. Like you want to be an actor.
Game.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think he means acting.
Oh. I'm not a good actor though, so
I'll take Leo's role in Wolf of Wall Street. Thanks.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, can I do lewds and bang hot bitches?
That's yourself in a good light, gentlemen.
That's not a superhero. Well, shit.
I mean, I wouldn't
y'all
mind
are
one of those.
Completely stumped. Y'all need to fuck y'all all up.
I wouldn't mind.
They're trying so hard. They're like, I don't know, man.
You know what? I think it'd be fun to play Lilo Brown from New Jack City.
I mean, that's like a hood superhero, though.
Yeah, it kind of is. I was thinking
that is kind of
I wasn't going to say that. He sat there and thought so hard. I'm like, how can I cheat the question? He's like, how can I find a way in?
Because who wants to be a normal guy? That's no fun. What the fuck? I can do that.
I'll take one of those John Wick suits, but I don't want to be an assassin. I'll get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
I just want to look
good. Snerts, what you should have did was you should have said Nino Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Get the black experience, huh?
I would like to be Nino Brown.
I'll play comic book guy in The Simpsons.
That's a good one.
That's good.
Very good.
Yeah, I'll be Carl in The Simpsons then. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of casting myself as like an animated character. It's all new.
These freaking kids.
All right, moving along. Edward Varnell wants to know, do you think Microsoft and Sony will fear Nintendo's next console? If they accumulate a lot of exclusives, which will lead to another generation of success with the console and library of games with the sales. Would that worry you as a gamer with their name being in the spotlight? I put laughing my ass off at the end of this question because absolutely the fuck not.
No.
Well, I just want to point out that it doesn't mean it'll lead to another console generation of success.
No.
Nintendo has had exclusive games, great games, through great consoles and terrible consoles. Like, that's never changed. So I don't.
Wii U has great games on it.
They can have a bunch of amazing titles. That doesn't guarantee success.
Correct.
And even if it does guarantee success, it's not going to take away from Sony or Mark. It's two totally different games. They're playing.
Probably will take away from Microsoft.
Yes,
like Xbox.
Microsoft is taking away from itself.
That might be a better way of putting it.
The real question is, will it put any fear in Sony? And it's just no. Like Nintendo is the companion to Sony, or vice versa. Like people usually get both.
Yes.
Like I don't think you're going to.
I don't see Sony
no fear
in the back of the studios smoking.
Oh no.
That Switch 2's coming out soon. What are we gonna do, guys?
Oh shit, man, we're fucked.
It's more competition.
About that second house. God damn it. Fucking Nintendo.
Has that changed? That hasn't changed at all in 40 years. So
no.
Yeah.
Sorry, Edward, but no, it's just not.
No.
All the rumors, by the way, all the rumors that the Switch might be later than people want it to be.
Yeah.
That's only because it still ain't came out yet. Like, it's just gonna keep being later. Like, come on, fucking Nintendo. I'm not telling y'all nothing.
May 1st, 2025, release date.
We'll see. I doubt it.
It's after April, so there you go.
Kyle the Pug wants to know.
Fuck you, Kyle the Pug.
There we go. What are your top 3 90s Nickelodeon TV shows, and are any of them game shows as a bonus? So I'm going to go first.
90s Nickelodeon TV shows?
Because I really stopped watching Nickelodeon after like 92. Like by that point, I was in junior high.
Old as fuck.
Yeah. Like
you can't do that on television.
Nickelodeon in like 95.
Yeah, so like when you started watching, I had already stopped watching. So like mine is like, you can't do that on television.
I knew it.
Hey, dude.
I knew it.
And Salute Your Shorts. Like,
God damn,
there you
that's
go.
a horrible list.
Damn.
The thing is,
email. What was the list? I heard Salute Your Shorts, which I like.
You can't do that on television. Salute Your Shorts and like, Hey, Dude or something. Like, I just stopped watching Nickelodeon. Like, I wasn't watching it in the 90s, really. So.
All right.
So when I was growing up, we would switch off between The Simpsons, Rugrats, and Doug for our evening viewing every weekday for the most part. So I'm going to definitely throw in Rugrats and Doug. And then it's kind of... I thought All Real Monsters, but I guess it's early 2000s because I'm not seeing it.
I think that's 90s.
No, that's in the 90s.
It is it?
My sister watched that.
I thought All Real Monsters, and then Ren and Stimpy is so
that's definitely 90s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Ren and Stimpy is gross, so I don't know if it's like my favorite because
it's more than gross.
I have to put I have to be in a very specific mindset to watch Ren and Stimpy, where like Rugrats and Doug, I feel like I could just watch whenever.
My answers are Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
See,
nice.
Those are good answers. I'm trying to pick shows that's different from y'all.
So honorable mention for Pete and Pete.
That's a really good one.
I never watched that.
I'm going to say Double Dare.
Yeah.
There's your bonus.
All That.
I hated that show. My wife loves that show. I've seen like 2
Why do you
episodes. Like,
hate
this shit
things
is
that people
terrible.
like?
I could not stand it. It's just
what
corny.
reason is there to hate about All That?
It was just so corny. I couldn't.
So you hate it.
I
You can't not
agree
just
that
not
it's
like
corny.
it. You hate it.
I hate it.
It's just
I didn't
SNL
watch
for kids.
That's
I
literally
don't
what
like
it is.
SNL. I don't like comedy like that.
trying-
We've been over this.
Dev just hates everything.
He does.
I'm a hater.
Mark
Really
Summers
are.
actually was a regular at the Bed Bath & Beyond that I worked at in Northridge. Nice guy. Always very complimentary.
Did you ever tell him to do the physical challenge? Just say stupid shit to him.
I was just trying to sell this dude a coffee maker. That's all I was trying to do.
Let me get one more. SpongeBob. What the hell?
I was
Yeah.
waiting for you to say SpongeBob.
Is that 90s?
99.
It started in the 90s, yeah.
All right.
I didn't find SpongeBob until way later.
If it wasn't for the social medias, I don't think I would have as much knowledge as I do about SpongeBob because I probably have only seen one episode ever.
Tell my wife I'm going to start watching SpongeBob because I feel like I've missed a lot.
I hear it's
Watch the ear-
fantastic. I hear it's
earlier
good.
seasons are great.
Under certain conditions.
The
Yeah, I
earlier
get high.
seasons are great.
And I was like, we need to watch SpongeBob while we do this.
You need some enhancements.
Yeah. Because when I see it like under that light, I was like, I bet that shit is awesome.
Right? Yeah.
Sailor Mouth is still my favorite episode of SpongeBob ever.
The who?
Great episode. Sailor Mouth.
Sailor Mouth. Oh, do they cuss all the time? Or?
Yes, because
Oh,
SpongeBob sees something written on a trash can, and Patrick's dumbass tells Mr. Sentence Enhancer. And throughout the whole episode, they're just saying the word everywhere. Like SpongeBob just says it on the speaker, and Mr. Krabs tells him that's a bad word. You can't say it. He says there's 13 bad words. You're like, why is it 13? Because sailors have more, of course. It's a great episode. Like SpongeBob comes into work, and it's alluded the bad word is fuck. So he's like, hey, Squidward, how the fuck are you?
So do they just
Like-
beep it? They just beep
Yeah,
it every time?
they use like a dolphin sound to make
that's
the noise.
fantastic. Oh, that's
And it's
amazing.
great.
Oh, that
It's a
sounds
great
so
episode.
Cool.
It's a
Okay.
legit funny episode.
Because sometimes beeping is more funny than the actual curse words.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. And apparently when they was making the episode, they made it with the curse words in, and they actually cut them
Oh,
out.
fabulous. That's
So it worked so well that way. It's
I
really
love
good.
shit like that. That's great.
Nice. Bringing it back to video games, John32 says, which of the big three had the best exclusive titles so far this year? And which will have the better exclusives in the back half of the year?
This year?
This year.
PlayStation.
Whichever is your favorite console, that's the one that had them.
Nope.
Because you define best. How do you define best?
It's also pretty light this year for exclusives, isn't it?
It is on the Xbox and the Nintendo side, I think, compared to most, especially on the Nintendo side. I mean, they've got exclusives, but I think they've had stronger years. The PlayStation year, I know everybody's
So
like,
far.
PlayStation,
Blade is the one I think of.
first party sucks. But we're not talking first party, we're talking exclusives. And I think
Right.
exclusively, PlayStation's having a fucking banner year. That's just not
Okay,
first party.
You know what? Final Fantasy came out this year, so yes.
Yeah,
PlayStation.
you're talking Final Fantasy, Astrobot, was it Concord, Until Dawn? They've got, well, I guess Lego Horizon
But
now exclusive.
but y'all think about that came out this year, so already came out.
Telu Remastered, Helldivers, Stellar Blade, Wukong is basically exclusive
Yeah,
because there's not an Xbox version.
No, it's PC and PS5.
Yeah, most
The
games
answer
are
is PC. The answer is PC.
yes.
PC won.
Xbox has what? Hellblade.
Well, and whatever they have is coming eventually to another console near you.
Well, yeah, it's Hellblade. And everybody's looking forward to Indiana Jones, but like they delayed Avowed. We hope to get Stalker, but Stalker's been delayed a few times. Replace has been delayed a few times. You're gonna get Flight Sim. Like it's Flight Sim, Starfield DLC, and Hellblade. And I love Hellblade. Hellblade's still my favorite game so far, but it's not like a year of a lineup. It's not like a tremendous lineup. of exclusives, if that's how you like, if that's your only measurement to like a console.
Yeah, so Nintendo doesn't have like a big Mario or Zelda game coming
They
out
do.
anytime.
No, they have a huge Zelda game coming soon, and it remains
That's
to
a
be
huge
seen.
Zelda game.
It's a lot bigger than you think.
It is.
Oh,
it
the
is.
Zelda.
It just had a trailer. It's a lot bigger than you think.
It looks so. Ugh.
What? That shit looks amazing.
That shit looks so
Their
stupid.
last trailer was incredible.
Ugh.
It's gonna dwarf the sizes of the 2D Zeldas we've had before, and it's got all this
I don't
Breath
care
of the
about
Wild
the
shit.
size. It just
It's
looks
awesome.
stupid.
And it doesn't look stupid. You're stupid.
I'm fine with that. It looks so stupid to me.
Like, I'm so sick and tired. You're stupid. It doesn't look stupid at all. It's got a shit ton of Zelda-isms in it. It looks great. It really does. It looks great.
Nah.
Last trailer was like 6 minutes long, and it was chock full of shit. It looks huge. Way bigger than I ever... Way bigger.
It does look great.
When right there with your brother.
When this game was announced, I seriously thought, I was like, okay, it's like a little spin-off, like a Link's Awakening game. And you see the trailer, and you see them zoom out on the map, and them show you can ride a horse. Like, it's way bigger than that. It's a lot more than your first impression would give you. There's a whole lot there.
Yawn.
But they've got they've had Mario versus Donkey Kong,
Yeah, was great.
Luigi's Mansion 2.
Good.
They've got Donkey Kong remake. They've got Mario Mario and Luigi whatever Superstar Team whatever. They had Thousand Year Door, and then they have Mario Party Jamboree. They've also had the Nintendo World Championship, the NES thing that everybody was excited about for like a day and a half.
Yeah,
I told
they had
everybody it was going to be
Peach.
great, and then it wasn't great. Peach, the Princess Peach Showtime. Yep. Unicorn Overlord wasn't exclusive, right?
No, that was on
It was
PS4 and
everywhere.
PS5 too.
Yeah. What about that Dragon Quest game? Is that exclusive, or is that coming to other places too?
I think that's
The
exclusive.
2D HD thing. That's kind of, it's not like a banner year for Nintendo. They're not like, sitting out
Still a
there
good year compared to everybody else.
They got 10 exclusive. The difference between them and everybody else, first party content.
Sure.
Like, they're making first party content.
Didn't that what is another code come out this year? What's the name of it?
Recollection. Yeah, another
Yes.
Recollection. Yeah, it's true. Good point. So they've got stuff, but I think PlayStation stuff is both big. Like they've got a lot of it, and it's big. They've got Astrobot, and they got Final Fantasy, and Stellar Blade. Like, these are big
Right.
gets for.
Because I didn't think
PlayStation
Xbox was
console.
in the running for this question at all. But
Not even close.
my ignorance about Nintendo just made me wonder, because they usually have, consistent releases every
They do.
year.
They're hitting a lot of doubles and singles this year. It's not like the
Gotcha.
home run. It's not the heavy hitters, but they're
I
hitting a
hear
lot.
ya.
And who's going to have the best back half of the year?
I mean, I want to say PlayStation because I think Astrobot looks so strong, but it is just like Astrobot, right?
Yeah, because Wukong's coming out now, right? Isn't it?
Well,
is it month
again,
or-
Lego
Wukong
Horizons
is in
not
like 6
exclusive.
days.
Lego
Yeah.
Horizons comes out on Switch too, so like you can't
And
count that.
Wukong isn't exclusive either. It's
Nah,
also
it's
coming to
PC.
But nobody counts PC. Well, then you can't count Hellblade because Hellblade's also on PC.
That's part of what I'm trying to get to.
Well,
Is like, quite
Dev is
honestly,
Team PC.
PC is the winner here. If you even want to do that,
Yeah, but
again,
none
for
of
me,
PC's exclusives. None of them are.
for me, like I said,
I think the point you're making is
one
that
you want to
exclusive,
pick.
like judging exclusive, picking
whichever
anything
one you
based on
wanna pick
exclusives
wins.
probably isn't the criteria to use because there just aren't a
That's-
whole lot of exclusives.
That's the point I'm making. That's why
Like
I
everybody's
said,
just living off of third
whichever
party.
one you want to pick wins.
Yeah, I guess
I'm picking apart the question just because.
because you hate everything. I get it.
Correct. That's what it does.
Hate.
Somebody's
nonstop.
got to be the devil's advocate. Somebody's got to do it. We can't just have just a fun show. I got to pull things apart
Why
here.
not? Yeah,
This is my fun.
I was just going to say, it would be kind of boring without.
I'm
You
tired
got
of
to have
seeing the
some kind of
flight sim
contrast here.
logo on
Come on.
stuff. It's like stop with the flight sim thing. Stop.
Why? People love
Done.
that shit.
I'm over it.
People do
done.
love the flight sim thing.
My new
I know
hatred
that.
thing.
Fucking
It's like it and
people are
Final
obsessed
Fantasy. I'm
with
over
this
it. Tired of
So
hearing
you
about
can
flight
hate
sim.
those things, and I can hate your stupid Zelda game.
You can hate it. You just be wrong. Damn thing might be game of the year. Watch.
Might be.
It wouldn't shock me, but game of the year.
It's got a whole lot of stuff in it. Like it's like with the echoes and like the abilities. It's got like all these Breath of the Wild. It's got Ultra Hand, all this Tears of the Kingdom shit that's in the 2D game. It's kind of awesome.
Right, exactly. You keep saying things that you know I don't like, so you're not helping the cause for me. So
that's awesome.
I don't want to fly in a Zelda game.
You could land and walk around now.
You talk about how you like 2D Zelda games, but you hate on this 2D Zelda.
Yeah, this one looks not. It's not for me. Like,
why?
I don't like this at all. It just does not like it.
You don't want this girl? Just say it.
No, I have no problem.
Hey, we hear it. We hear he's dancing around.
Every single game that I've liked, I've played as a girl.
Yeah, we got you.
Like, give me Horizon.
Doesn't like women.
Yeah,
give me Stellar Blade.
Yeah, but not Zelda. Not my Zelda. Hashtag not my Zelda.
I'm here for a badass Zelda. But again,
it doesn't sound like you are. Doesn't sound like you are, because they're making one.
Adult situation,
because they're fucking making one that you hate.
Silly looking shit. I don't want that.
You hate the aesthetic? You just can't stand the chibi?
I don't like the aesthetic. I don't want anything. It looks dumb. I want badass.
So fat shame Zelda now? Because she looks
chubby? I'll fat shame her. She's a little too chubby for me. I'm sorry. No, it's not feeling
Damn.
But no, that's not.
We did not have that set on our podcast. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, how dare we body shame a fictional character?
Yeah. Because of how ridiculous it is. But no, I love Zelda.
Jordan, I've been trying to end this show for 3 years.
Give me Zelda in a Horizon type game, and now we're talking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I want.
He wants a PlayStation.
I don't want this. I don't want these. Exactly. I don't want these cutesy little.
He wants a Zelda game made by PlayStation.
I want her to gut somebody. I want her to slice somebody's head off. Like, I want to slice Ganon's head off.
Zelda is trying to get over her recent meth addiction while she's on the mean streets of Hyrule.
Yeah. Zelda takes in a young boy as a zombie apocalypse takes over and learns what it means to be a mother as her kid is murdered in front of her by a golf club. And we see the trauma as it tears her apart from the inside.
And she's dealing with that.
She goes, like there it is. That's the game he wants.
Chic, absolutely. Let's go. I'm here for it.
Chic is cool. Game.
I'm here for it.
I imagine it like a Chic game that was like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
cool.
That'd be fucking awesome, wouldn't it?
See, now you're speaking my language.
But it'd be cute though, because it's Zelda, and every Zelda game is cute.
It can't be cute. No,
it makes me think that you've never liked any Zelda game. You're like, it can't be cute, but you like Link to the Past. It's a super cute game.
You know how old I was when Link to the Past came out?
Okay, but it's the same game. You can still like it now. No, hang on. No.
Yeah,
you still watch the same fucking cartoons you watched as a kid, but you can't like the game you liked as a kid. What the fuck is that about?
Earlier? What did you say earlier?
What is that about?
Back and watch old stuff. I have nostalgia for it, but I'm not.
You're watching X-Men '99. You're like, oh man, I'm so happy. It's just like it was when I was a kid.
It's violent.
Oh,
it's violent and murdery.
97 is way adult compared to the old.
It's not edgy enough.
My kids won't watch it. It's too much. Like my son is like that. I can't do that. It's too much. It's too much. So yeah, I don't want the cutesy stuff. I want the adult, edgier type stuff.
That's why he hates Astrobot.
Correct. 1000%.
It'll likely be the game of the year.
Not my game.
Astrobot, a real gun.
Incredible.
Does that controller really look at you while you're playing?
Let me remind you, you're here as a guest.
I know.
Okay.
Only I'm allowed to do this, apparently.
Well, he has to be here. He's in the notes of the show. I can't get rid of him, okay? But
he's in the notes.
you borrow ground, sir. When you look at PSVG on Apple, it doesn't say Donnie, Delvin, and Snerts every week. Like, it's just dead, okay? I can't get rid of him. That was fun.
All right, moving along. Nick Fahaba says, what's a game series? Fahaba. What's a game or series that's totally out of your typical wheelhouse, but you love it anyway? Example, I'm usually not into card mechanics in games, but I have like 2,000 hours in Slay the Spire.
Didn't we just answer this?
We kind of had something similar to this, yeah.
I said Fire Emblem last week.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can pick something else.
The Yu-Gi-Oh games. Yu-Gi-Oh video games.
You would.
I love those
fucking
games.
would.
The classic Yu-Gi-Oh ones. I don't know why. I just love sitting there playing them and just yelling and trusting the heart of the cards like a goddamn dork. Just sitting there.
Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty lame.
I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy Tactics because I do not like tactical games. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to control units and move pieces one by one. But for some reason, the original Tactics games on PS1, fucking love that game.
Very good.
Should play Persona Tactics.
Nope.
It's pretty good.
He's not going to try.
Neo, Nioh. I always forget how to pronounce that correctly. I usually am not
singer?
a Soul fan.
You like soul music?
No, I don't like soul music either.
The video game character? Or the movie character?
Yeah. I'm also hoping that's the same thing for Wukong because I actually love the mythos behind that character.
Wukong might be game of the year. I'm still don't know where to land on the game. Everybody that plays it and touches it, you see it, and you're like, this game looks amazing.
It does.
And there's like all this stuff swirling on the periphery that seems shady. Like, well, we may have copies, we may not. They may not ship right. Like, it's like, what is going on? Can you just like make a video game? But when you see it, you're like, this looks like the greatest thing. You know, it looks incredible.
I'm just curious to see what they do with the story because Journey to the West is a fantastic tale, and the Monkey King has a ridiculous set of powers in the mythos, and I'm curious how that translates into the game. But yeah, I think I'm going to try to play a demo before I make a full purchase on that one. But yeah, because it Souls like they're too hard. I know I'm supposed to get good, but I don't. So fuck that.
No.
I'm not trying to be frustrated.
Let's go.
I have limited time to play video games and to have fun.
Exactly.
That's been like my takeaway more this year, more than anything this year. I'm sure you guys have noticed. Snerts on the show every week, but like I've really gotten away, I think, from playing games that like I have to invest into and like relearn. Like it's like I'm like, no, I just want to have fun.
Been you like, for a couple of years.
I play a lot of things. Just new. Like I would try and play a lot of things. And now like this year more than anything, like I'll look at something and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna play Doom instead, I guess. Like I've done that a lot this year. You know,
I feel like you still have played so many games this year. Like Jesus Christ!
Yeah, man. One game. I know, like I'm slow roll. I'm usually 1 or 2 games at a time, but I'm always blown away when I hear like Haley or Delvin or Donnie talk about like, oh, I got all these games. I tried this. I tried this. I tried.
Yeah, I do try it. Yeah,
and I'm like,
do y'all have the time?
Like I have the time, but I'm also thinking like, oh, I haven't done a new game plus yet of Spider-Man 2 or God of War Ragnarok, or like I always before making a new purchase try to go back to my old catalog and see what may hit again. And as long as I get that rush of like, oh, I'm in, let's do this, I'll play the game. You know, then every once in a while something pops up that I'm really into, so I get it.
I don't know if I have an answer for this question, guys. I really don't. It's not like a genre. Like, I don't think there's like a genre of game. If there's a genre of game that I don't like I'm not trying things in that genre. I don't think.
Yeah.
I just don't play those. You know. So I don't like my answer that I wanted to make, and I don't even think it's a good answer. Like I don't do a lot of mobile games and stuff, right?
Sure.
But I love the fuck out of Retro Bowl. I do play that game.
That's a good answer.
You know, so like I have a game like that. And they have more. I have fucking arcade, and they're like, here's another game. I'm like, I'm good. I'm just gonna keep playing Retro Bowl. Like every time a new fucking game comes out, I'm like, that's cool, Daniel. And then I just play Retro Bowl anyway. Like I want to try it, but I don't. I never do.
I got one from my past, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. I'm usually not into RTSs, but I for a while was really into that one. And you could do custom maps, which I really love, where you're able to kind of like set the stage. And I would do like, what would happen if 100 Yodas fought 100 Darth Vaders? Go. And that's cool. I had a blast doing that kind of custom stuff, and it made, because I think the Star Wars prequels, the design of like the droids and the Naboo is really cool. And so they had the prequel stuff and the original trilogy, and I loathe RTSs. Like it's never been my forte, but for some reason Galactic Battlegrounds was my rotation for some time.
The thing that I was gonna try and make a case for was like survival craft games, but I think I've come around to the point. I think now maybe I just like them.
You do,
like, but that's a new thing. I haven't always played them. But I think now I've come around to I think I do kind of like this formula. Like I like Valheim. I forget that other game that I played a few weeks ago that I played the demos for that's coming out soon, but I like that one. I like Breath of the Wild. I like Mind the Moria.
I was about to say, did you ever get back into the Moria game?
I didn't get back to it. I wanted to. They just came out with a big update. They're getting like this gold patch and they're like a sandbox mode and stuff. And I was thinking about it. And the problem is, again, with all these games, it's time. Do I have 40 hours that I can get rid of? Right now, I don't. I got too many releases coming out. But I will one day. And that game will be there when the time comes. And then I'll play it.
I can't wait till retirement. I'm just going to sit there and play video games till my wife leave me alone.
I think they added a dragon. You can get in there and like try to kill Smog now. So like, gotta go do that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Haley says, your favorite movie is now a video game. What genre is it?
That's like super hard to like pick from. It could be 1,000 movies.
How do I make Snatch the video game?
It's a Telltale game.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know much about diamonds.
Dalvin, what are we doing with Midsummer? How do we make Midsummer a video
Telltale.
game?
Everything. Telltale. Let's do it.
I don't want to play Midsummer, the Telltale game. I don't want to do that.
That's the only way you can play that stupid ass
Actually, Demolition Man would be a fun video game.
Knowing how horror games have been going on so far, it's going to be a 4v1 isometric game.
Don't say it.
Didn't they make a game that was similar to like the whole idea of Midsummer? And you guys were stoked about it and it was just trash?
Not Midsummer, but they made the Quarry. And I said it was trash, to which Rebecca hates me for forever. She thinks I'm just...
Quarry,
I stand by it.
It's not terrible.
No, it wasn't the Quarry. There
I know
was
what you're talking.
else.
You're talking about the
You're talking about the Chant.
The Chant.
The
that's
Chant.
Oh, that movie, that game did suck. That game was
terrible.
awful. Talk about broken. That game was a glitchy mess.
Yeah.
And you're right. It was kind of like the cult stuff. It was going down that path. And had they pulled it off, it might have been pretty good.
Yeah.
But it was broken.
You run around fighting people with goddamn sage in your hand. And
yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, throw this sage at the person. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, no, I'm not doing this.
It's hard to adapt horror. I'll take a cheap one. I've always wanted like a Chucky game. So we can take a Chucky movie and do what they're doing. And I didn't put it in the news story here because we're going to talk about it on Shaq, but there was an announcement today of new horror video games, these 16-bit platformers that are coming to Halloween and Evil Dead. And I would love to see them do that with Chucky. That'd be dope.
That'd be really good.
And Yarden, I know of the Demolition Man on SNES and Genesis, but those games are trash. I'm talking like a really fleshed out, deep storyline.
I would love a Demolition Man game.
And if I would like to play as Spartan
Cyberpunk,
and
Demolition Man would be awesome.
I want to play both. Like I want
you know
duality. What I mean? And then they kind of come into the middle for the finale or something like that.
Oh, so like The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
I've played the game, so yeah, okay. That makes sense, actually. Yeah, let's just do Last of Us Demolition Man.
Oh shit, John, Midsummer, but it's a Cult of the Lamb. Like I'm fucking here for it. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Go. That sounds great.
That's a great idea, actually.
Cult of the Lamb is
Snowpiercer,
awesome.
And you have to go through the entire train.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
I like how we didn't answer any of the genres. We're just like, no, this is a movie. I just want to be a game. Screw genre.
I was gonna say Goodfellas, but it's just Mafia.
Yeah.
That game exists.
Yeah.
Mine's is Transformers the movie, so it'll be a third-person action game.
There you go.
We already have plenty of Transformers games that are actually good.
It's like 80 times that game exists.
We have that.
I was gonna say, pretty much anything that I pick is gonna be the third-person action adventure game. Like, anything. Yeah. If I do Star Wars, third-person action adventure. If I do Lord of the Rings, third-person action adventure.
Dev wants to do the Super Mario movie, but Horizon. Third-person Mario game. Like
let's go. I'm here for it. But
you hang on. You said Lord of the Rings,
Peach.
And that is maybe a really solid answer. We've talked about it for a long time. I would love we need to get back to making real Lord of the Rings games. That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, not Lord of the Rings Conquest.
Bring back Shadow.
I think we're talking about Gollum and this Shire shit that they're coming out with. this like fucking farm sim game. They're like,
I still have that pic saved of that weird looking hobbit fishing.
Do they look like they're puppets? Like they're all like ventriloquists have been carved out of wood. It's like, why is everybody Pinocchio? What the fuck are y'all doing?
It's terrible.
It's real bad.
Like I said,
and I like Moria. Moria's cool as a spinoff. It's a cool game, but like we need awesome Lord of the Rings games.
Shadow of War Part 2.
Battle of Middle Earth, man. Like even go back to the middle, like the RT. Like how do we not have another Battle of Middle Earth game? Okay, how does that not happen?
Because Warner Brothers doesn't know what the hell to do with it.
They sold the rights though. Embracer, make the game,
and now it's dead.
You would think that Embracer in their situation, like make some games, like fucking make some money, guys.
Need to do something.
Do something. No, they're like Delvin. They're like, nah, we bought some games. We're not gonna make them. We bought some shit though. We look at it, stare at it in the box.
Even a Lord of the Rings RTS could be entertaining for fans of that genre. I mean, giant battles, right? Like,
that's what Battle of Middle Earth was. The giant, these giant map battles were great, but it was, 25, 30 years ago. So maybe 20 years ago. I don't know if
it'll happen. We'll get some Lord of the Rings thing down the road out of nowhere, and hopefully
Animal Crossing Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah,
some bullshit
you
stealth.
Need a really good Game of Thrones game. Fuck it.
That's just Telltale, though.
No. I said a good one.
Okay.
Was it not good?
It was good.
Because when I think Game of Thrones, and when you hear about it, and people talk about the politics and the backstab and everything, and then you think of a Telltale game, you're like, that is literally a match made in heaven.
Oh, I just want to stab people.
Yeah, you want to be in that universe. Right?
The video game of Dev is just him stabbing people with
murder things. Yeah.
So Dev wants Halloween the game where you're Michael Myers. You just fucking run around stabbing people.
No,
you take a Shadows of Mordor type of game and you throw it into the Game of Thrones universe.
Bingo.
But that's not Game of Thrones.
Who cares?
There's multiple different games of Thrones. There's different storylines there. I can just be Jon Snow. I'm just gonna be Jon Snow murdering people. Okay, we're gonna go out.
No, Jon Snow worked.
Battle of the Bastards. He was murdering people.
You can play the
Targaryens. That's one episode.
Conquer Westeros.
It's true. It's true. Give me a dragon. Let's burn people.
That's season 5, episode 3. Then what?
What episode? He wants an episode of a game.
He's fighting White Walkers. He's getting shit done. He's murdering people. That's what we're gonna do.
No, it is like talk, dragon, big fight. Talk, dragon, big fight.
Yes, that's Game of Thrones.
Skyrim. Game of Thrones.
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
It is Skyrim. It is very much like Skyrim.
Fight a dragon, big fight.
Yeah.
Talk.
Yes,
pretty much.
It is.
Yeah, that's cool. I can see it. Skyrim it is.
Yeah. And our last question from Stingray X. He says, "What's your one last thing prediction for opening night live?"
I'm
not watching it. That's my prediction.
I feel like I've let y'all down, but I mean, I've got nothing. I've been on vacation and stuff. I have not been that clued in. I have no idea what's going on with One Night Live. I don't care. I don't really watch the Keeley shows, so I imagine the new games he's talking about are going to be like, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando or like an indie game.
I forgot that was a thing.
All that, like a
That's
big
a
deal.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Toxic Commando, really?
Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening in the world. So, of video games, I haven't paid attention.
Probably like some movie tie-in or whatnot. What was that thing you had a commercial for? It had like all the famous people, and it was like some mobile game during like the Game Awards or something.
What was that?
It'd be like some fucking Mountain Dew that's game brought to you by Taco Bell or some shit.
That's not a Demolition Man.
Red.
This is why like I kind of like I mean I wasn't all that into it to begin with, but I really tuned it out when you start getting
Mountain Dew.
You can only go to that well so many times. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch anymore. Just kind of a waste of my time.
I will wait for the recap video.
Yeah, if something's cool, I will wait for it to be announced before I start watching.
Yes.
I'm not gonna sit there with bated breath. Every time I feel like I watch one of the shows, there's usually like one good thing. I'll give it that. It's not terrible, but it's just in a sea of like 14 other things I could really care less about.
Yes. Yeah.
And I get it. He's got to pay the bills. He's trying to get advertising. Like his whole thing is, we'll bring you all the attention. I'm going to sell all the advertising. I get it. It's just I'm not into that. I don't care to watch that too much.
You know what? I know Stingray had some Hope so. It's giving a good answer. So I'm gonna throw a pie in the sky answer out there.
I got a pie in the sky too.
Okay, let's hear yours first. 'Cause I have one.
Infamous Remastered coming to PS5 Pro.
Ha.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Games come through Jeff Keighley.
Yep.
PlayStation's not even there.
Yep, sure are.
I love it.
You know what I got?
I love it. Excellent. Half-Life 3, baby. Announced on stage. Let's go. Walk out. If you buy Half-Life 3, you get a free Steam Deck. It just comes with it. You just fucking Steam Deck in your hand.
Now we're talking.
Really,
baby.
it's just Half-Life 2 remastered, but they're calling it Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took so long, we added a number to it.
You know what? That's Spider-Man 2 DLC with Venom. There you go.
I think that's probably somewhat realistic. That could happen, I think.
That was a thing that was.
You play as Venom, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to play as
Venom. And that's
Venom.
a thing that, like, a big stage show like that
Which
would get
Venom?
extra eyes. I could see something like that.
That I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Jeff plays really nice with Keighley.
Can we get Carnage?
He's had a few of these
so
PlayStation things.
Oh
Wait
my
a
God,
minute.
I would love Carnage. That'd be amazing.
They set up Carnage. So why would you do Carnage and not Venom? Or why would you do Venom and not Carnage? It doesn't make any
No, we're
sense.
still in the Venom thing. I'm trying to.
Oh no, I thought they were setting up Carnage for the next game. Like I don't.
Yeah, Carnage was for the next game, I think.
Which Venom?
Yeah.
Is this Venom? Is a spin-off Venom?
One
Is
of
it back-
the
multiverse Venom?
rumors.
The only
Slash
Venom that
leaks.
matters, Donnie.
The yellow Venom? The red Venom?
One of the rumors that was leaked from that Insomniac thing that they were making a Venom DLC for Spider-Man.
Right. I remember that. Yep.
That's why.
So,
And he has a
I don't
good,
know how
he
that's
has a
gonna
good
work.
reputation. It doesn't feel like every one of his shows he has like some PlayStation announcement, right? He had
and that
Lego.
would
He
be
had Lego Horizon. That was him.
that would be a good one to have. Like
They didn't even put that in
DLC,
their
so-
own show. They were like, "Nah, Jeff, you can have it." So, like, yeah, I
That's
could
not-
see them doing something.
That's
like
not
that.
ours. We don't really. It's Lego. We don't.
It is. It's a Horizon game. What are you talking
It's
about?
Lego.
No, but it's a Lego.
It's for everyone.
The Lego.
It's Lego is for everyone. It's not really ours. We're not claiming
But
it. We're not
okay,
claiming
but a month beforehand it was rumored, and I kept asking if it was going to come to Switch. Everyone was like, "Absolutely not! Why would anybody do that?" And then now you're like, "It's for everybody."
No,
Y'all didn't. You're treating it like the show. The show is an amazing game until Xbox people could play it, and everyone's like,
It's baseball. We don't claim that either. It's
baseball.
They did
for the
before it came to
masses. It's for the
Xbox.
masses.
On every exclusive tweet, they're like, "We got MLB the show." Came to Xbox, nobody talks about it anymore.
Yeah.
As
We
it
were
should
so
be.
mad till Xbox got it. Now Xbox got it, we don't give a shit no more. Like,
Yeah,
fuck it.
absolutely. It's for the masses.
It was the greatest baseball franchise ever to Xbox got
All right.
it.
So
That
it's
nobody
Gamescom. There's lots of eyes on. It's in Europe. It's August. Is there any way possible? I just thought of this. Is there any way at all PlayStation 5 Pro is shown? They get a trailer? Get a sneak
Absolutely
peek?
not.
They got to announce it at some point if it's coming this fall.
Do they?
It's August.
I thought it got pushed.
Is it
back.
coming this fall?
Everybody
I don't think
keeps
anything
saying
is
it's
coming this
coming out
fall.
This holiday. This fall.
It's like replaced. It's not coming.
You might be right. It might get replaced. Might
It's
be
been
right.
replaced.
But all the folks that I follow, they keep saying it was like 2 weeks ago. Like everybody's they were doubled down. And like, no, it's coming this fall.
Yeah, I've been hearing that for months now. I still don't believe it.
But it's not this
The
fall.
Switch was coming this fall too.
I feel like it's
No,
always
wait.
2 months away.
Nobody
It's
said
always
Right. It's always they're about to announce it tomorrow. It's
Nobody
coming.
said
It's
this was
coming.
this fall.
It's not coming.
That wasn't a
It's
thing.
coming.
That was last fall.
Yeah.
Maybe that might. Have.
Every fall.
Any year
That's
now.
my point.
Any year now, we're getting a PS5.
Yeah, but
The
the guy,
announcement's coming around the corner.
that reported it was right about the Portal. Was 100% right about the Portal. He's been like way out in advance of everybody. So he's got a track record. It's not just like vaporware.
I mean, if you keep saying enough stuff, eventually you're going to be right. So
There's code
Yes.
names. We
The
saw the
Simpsons
data
did. That's why
mine.
everyone thinks
We
they
saw
predict
it.
the future.
We saw the listing in No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Y'all are acting like people out here just talking about nothing. It's real.
All right.
okay.
Trinity.
Maybe. We'll see. Probably not.
Damn.
I just don't have a lot of stock in any of that stuff. If it happens, it happens. Sure, but
Sure. I get it.
If it doesn't happen, I'll just blame Dev.
I'm here for that. I will take all the blame. I'm okay with this. Please.
Like it
I was
doesn't
All
gonna
your
say,
blame on
is there some PSVR thing that we can
No. No.
That shit doesn't
Let
exist.
it throw it away. That's what you should do.
I was trying to be nice to John. You're like, this Stingray, let's throw you a bone. He would like a VR bone thrown his way.
No.
He's talking to the wrong people, the wrong company. He needs to go talk to Oculus if he wants a VR bone. It ain't coming from Sony.
Need some Quest in his life.
Yeah. Get that Quest. He can get a lot of VR boning on. There's a lot of games after that.
Wow. Welcome to the show, Snerts.
Well, it's cool though because I hear like if you get the Oculus, you do get a free fleshlight. It's part of the package.
Yeah, it comes as part of the package.
You either get a dildo or a fleshlight, depending on what you prefer.
Yeah. Lots of DLC support.
Yeah.
It's weird too because I feel like my entire life we have been like this close to having virtual reality take off. Like from the 80s to today.
Definitely feels that way.
It always feels like VR. It's like the bullet train in California. It's coming any day now.
Fucking
any day now, but it's never really here.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. Delvin, by the way, I checked into the Discord the other day and you hit that. That was so I forget what it was. He's like, guys, it's coming to VR tomorrow. Delvin, what the fuck about trying to make fetch happen. It's not gonna happen. It's like, for whatever reason, that felt cold. I was like, damn. Give him credit. He's been there since day one. He's trying hard.
He is champion.
He's so hard. He's just got it all. I feel bad. Like, damn, man.
I don't.
I've given up. So you should give it as well.
You still have sympathy, VR, though.
No empathy.
How you have it? You're a patron.
Because nobody will take it. That's why.
You can sell it. You can sell it.
GameStop doesn't even want it. They're like, fuck
sell it.
He tried to throw it away. It showed up in his living room the next morning.
Yeah. It's like the Babadook. It just pops up.
Yeah, it just pops up.
Like it's haunted.
It's not the Babadook. Oh, no.
Like, why are you here?
He threw it off a cliff, and then it magically floated back up to the top of the cliff.
Like, how are you back here?
Delvin,
Can I get rid of you? Yeah.
You can sell your PSVR 2 on eBay between $200 and $300 right now.
How many are listed for that price?
Like, oh my god!
There are
2,000.
I'm gonna 25 between 200 and 300. And there's a lot more
lucky.
There's a lot more over 300. There's a lot of people that want 350, 450.
So basically, there's a ton of PSVR 2s.
Oh, there's a lot on here. I'm scrolling.
So you're not selling that.
There's a
Nobody
lot
wants it.
You can sell it for put it up for like $220. You probably get it.
Somebody's gonna message me. You give me $50 and I'll take it.
At Pawn Stars.
Hey,
$50.
Delvin, if you pay me $50, I'll take it off your hands.
Take it off your hands.
It's like
damn.
I will trade my PSVR 2 for whatever's in the box. I don't know what's in the box.
I didn't look into it, but I shared that article. Apparently, that adapter is not going great, right? That was like the article that like if you're trying to get this to make it work, like it doesn't work very well. I was like, oh no, that makes
like
so
the rest of
sense.
Sony's endeavors on PC.
It makes so When I saw it, I was like, of course it doesn't work. Remember when they announced it? They were like, it doesn't use the controllers. It doesn't do that. I was like, what does it do?
It's basically a USB screen. It plugs into you. It's a USB screen.
Turn the picture on. The picture's at 640.
Like,
looks like shit, but you can do it if you want.
They just need to tell you the truth. If you want to use a PSVR 2 to watch porn, you go just use an adapter for it.
We've enabled this important feature for your PlayStation VR 2.
Why does the adapter say Pornhub on it? This is strange.
Can't play any games with it. Can't do nothing else. Just watch Pornhub.
Oh,
man. Okay. On that note, we're going to land this plane.
Before we close, is anybody going to go see that Borderlands movie? You guys into that?
Fuck no.
Absolutely fucking not.
You guys see all the articles, though? You saw the headlines?
I heard it's bad.
It's terrible.
I didn't hear it's bad.
It's so bad it's good.
The biggest flop of movie history?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
So it's right there with Madam Web.
Yes.
Wow. I saw there's like the headline flow was like they spent, I don't know, 100 million, 400 million, like however much million they spent to make it. And they're like, it's opening weekend. It brought back like 15. I was like,
no, they didn't even.
Oh, that is bad. Like, oh no. It's kind of like Aren't like a bunch of famous people in it? It's like a good cast.
Jamie Lee Curtis
right?
is in it. Jack Black. A couple.
Wow.
Nobody's interested.
No. They're
Wow.
Not.
I
was
can't
hoping
wait for it to come to streaming. I'll watch it the day it
Me
comes
too.
to streaming.
Same here.
I'm interested to hear somebody that I'm interested to hear like a Borderlands fan's take. Like I liked it. You know, like I haven't heard that yet.
I guarantee you I'm gonna like it. I can almost guarantee that I like Borderlands, and I can guarantee I'm probably gonna like this dumbass movie.
I'd love to hear it.
I was hoping it was going to be like a Dungeons and Dragons, where it was kind of like,
That's
you weren't sure if it was going to be good or not, but then like you watch it and it's amazing.
Okay.
But
the only person I know that's watched it was Jeff, and he did not have many good things to say about it, and he likes Borderlands.
I was nice though with the game being free, Borderlands 3, and the movie coming out. My buddy and I have been looking for a new game to play, so we were thinking about diving back into Borderlands 3. I did enjoy that game very, very much, and it does seem like it's ripe for a movie. But I also can see a lot of ways of it being just kind of shitty. But I also like shitty movies. You know, I'm the guy who watches the Resident Evils like over and over and over again.
I love those movies. Those are
great.
It's
or even like
trash.
Doom with The Rock. Like I'm just like, it's dumb.
No, that's a road too far. I hate it.
Double Team with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dennis Rodman.
Fuck yeah, it ends in a Coliseum with all the candles and shit and the fucking yes.
So you're not going to do the Helldivers update? I didn't put it in the news because last time we talked about it, it didn't seem like anybody cared. But I forget you are the Helldiver. You're not.
Helldiver's dead.
I'm done.
I saw. Did you guys see the guy that I don't know who the spokesperson or what is? I saw that they apologized. They're like apparently the update didn't do something.
They've been balancing the game for the sake of balancing, trying to get things to be like even and fair. And they're like, you know what? That's probably not the best take. We're gonna try to fix it to where the game is just more fun. So
okay.
But yeah, I mean the game isn't dead. It still has plenty of people playing. It's not as big as it once was, but it's definitely not
doesn't
dead.
exist anymore.
I think it's just plateaued. Like you have the hardcore players who are gonna continue to play it, but the casual guys or the people who are just into it for a few months have moved on.
Didn't happen. There's other stuff to play. But people are still playing Helldivers. They're still getting updates. I still have friends who still play it pretty religiously.
Nice. I saw the update and I brought up that I didn't see anybody in our Discord talking about it, and then I scrolled past the it was just a headline, so I didn't even read the article, but it was like so and so apologized to I was like, oh, it's not going very well apparently. So it's good to hear that your folks are still playing it.
Yeah, people are still playing the game. It's just, it's not as big as it once was. Everything is going to find that plateau where it's just, okay, we're here now. This is where
I can also see people coming back if there was something truly exciting that got a lot of buzz and people are like, oh, well, Helldivers, I haven't played this in 6 months to a year. Like, let's dive back in.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, they definitely made an impact, right? They penetrated the market. Mm-hmm. They got consumers playing it, and they have a service game.
They got their money out of it, definitely.
And they have their service game. They wanted a service game. They have one. It'd be interesting to see as they keep launching more of them. Like, do they ever do they support one? Like, there's a difference between having one and supporting one, right?
I mean, this one's still getting the little battle passes and everything. And if they ever get that third enemy faction, it might be the thing that brings people back.
Gets them going. That'd be good.
Yeah, who knows? But I think all those people are going to be playing Concord whenever it drops for a couple of weeks before that falls off.
2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
I think that's how it goes. I mean, it's kind of funny that all of these people that are making these decisions and placing these bets for development for years at a time, that they just expect people to come and stay. When 40 years of video game history is nobody does that. The new game comes out and people play the new game, and then another game comes out and play the other game.
For Fortnite.
Yeah, I was going to say
They're
Fortnite.
Trying to find the next.
But even Fortnite
keep
every
doing it.
3 months changes the whole fucking game. It is like a new game.
It does, and that's the thing. They
got Fall Guys and shit, and a new island in the sky and stuff. It's a whole new thing.
And nobody stuck with it the same way they did Fortnite. They're just going to keep trying to make Fortnite happen again. That's basically what it is. How can we find that magic?
Fortnite's really crushing through development though. They have a ton of resources and time, and all they're doing is just making more Fortnite.
Yeah.
That's got to be taxing at some point. I know it's expensive. I know it's expensive.
Boring.
It does. Or not boring, but like maybe like depressing. You know, it's just like joyless. It's like you're just gonna make guns for Fortnite indefinitely.
That's why they keep putting all the extra weird stuff in there. So now, you know, it's a little different. And eventually, like we all said, it's just going to be the launcher for every video game because every game is going to be in Fortnite.
Come get the Fortnite 360. The new Resident Evil is on the Fortnite 1000. How Demolition Man does that sound? Just put the Fortnite 3000 on your face and play the new Call of Duty game. You know, it's like, oh god. And you know what's sad is that doesn't feel like that's far. Like that's totally
Fortnite
possible.
is going to be Taco Bell.
Exactly what I was getting ready to say. They win the console wars. It's the only one standing.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, gents, I really have to pee, so I'm going to say...
Well, we're leaving it. We all have to pee.
We're done.
Okay, good.
So on that note, Snerts go pee, and the rest of y'all play some video games.
Nobody's sleeping in the middle of the bed. The middle of the bed is only where you do the business. But when everybody's ready to sleep, it's the side of the bed that can't be beat. It's the middle of the bed where lovers meet. But when it comes time to slumber, it's the edges. Ooh, the edges.